Good evening and welcome to Weekend Update. I'm your host, Eric Farmer. Things we'll be talking about this week. Another shooting on this time on the 4th of July. I probably should have guessed this. I think I probably have guessed this in the past that there would be a shooting or some kind of a terror attack on the 4th of July, but I don't think I mentioned it this year, but I think I mentioned something about I would be expecting a terror attack on the 4th of July, but turns out to be another mass shooting. Interesting mass shooting we'll be talking about tonight, I'm sure. What else is going on this week? Elon Musk backs out of the Twitter deal. Interesting story there. And President or the Prime Minister of Japan shot and killed. That's a very interesting story, I would say, to add to the mix of bullshit going on in the world these days. And Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of England, resigns. That and much more on Weekend Update. But first, a look at the weather. Yes, beautiful, beautiful day here. Well, not real. I don't know how beautiful. Up here in the mountains was real nice. I would say we got up into the mid 80s. Just a nice, a very warm summer day after a couple days of pretty heavy rain we had. And I think this is being the hottest weekend of the summer so far. Eric Selvison in the house. 102 degrees over in Grand Junction. That's pretty warm for Colorado. Anytime it gets over 100 degrees here, that's hot. Ozzy in the house. Good day, good day. I think it was getting close to 100 degrees in Denver today. But up here was pretty nice. A nice, maybe low 80s. So this is the time to be in the mountains. But yeah. So what's happened since the last time we spoke? Since I wasn't here on Wednesday, but the 4th of July shooting, that was an interesting story, I'd say. What I find interesting about it is the shooter dressed up as a woman. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that, but you just can't make this garbage up. I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't sit there and automatically become what they call an auto hoaxer, where I automatically believe that nothing is true. But yeah, you know how I am when it comes to these mass shootings. It's been going on a lot lately, right? It's really going. It's really a fad these days. It's getting hard to keep up with. So obviously, I listen to the National Public Radio in the car a lot, and they're talking about it big time. They always put out the same platitudes every time. He had legally purchased his handguns, or his weapons. I don't know why I said handguns, but they always want us to know that all the weapons were legally attained. That's one of the main things. He legally got his guns and dressed up like a woman to blend in with the crowd. Who's going to be looking for a woman dressed kind of like a hooker? I don't know. But apparently he climbed up on the roof of a building and opened fire on the crowd of people at the 4th of July parade. This is the narrative I'm getting. And then, dressed as a woman, he was able to blend into the crowd and escape the scene. And apparently he was apprehended sometime later, I think, in another state by federal authorities. I'm not sure. This is think is what I heard happened. Uh-huh. And we're kind of a strange looking cat, especially when he was dressed up as a woman. But yeah, they apprehended him, and then I heard, yeah, he pled not guilty, or his preliminary went to court or whatever, and yeah, he said he was not guilty, but he confessed. So this is the story. He pled not guilty, but he confessed. So yeah, quite the interesting story. Let's see. He said he hit my Pieman in the house. He injured like 70 people or something, and killed 8 or something like that. Is the count I had heard? I think that was the final count I heard: 8 dead, 70 wounded in this 4th of July mass shooting. Was it Highland or something like that? I can't even remember which state it was in anymore. But yeah, I was Highland Park. Yeah, Highland Park, Illinois, maybe. Yeah, not too far from Chicago. Oh, so many shootings going on in Chicago, man. Chicago. I don't know how they have any people left in the fucking city. As many people get shot there every week. I think they say the average number of gun murders in Chicago is like 30 a week. I mean, I think that's what I heard, something like that. So they're telling us that 30 people a week are killed in Chicago. I just have a hard time believing their fucking numbers, man. Just it doesn't add up to me, you know. I'm just saying. But the band just kept. So yeah, what else is going on besides that little shenanigans? And the Prime Minister of Japan getting murdered. I guess that's a pretty big story. I don't know what the repercussions of that's going to be, but it's interesting that all these things, the timing of all these things, right? CERN getting turned back on. Oh yeah, and the blowing up of the Georgia Guidestones happened. This man, just all kinds of shit happened. I think I mentioned Elon Musk backing down out of buying Twitter. So yeah, things are really heating up here in the middle of the summer. As the summer heats up, having our hottest weekend. Yeah, so there's some interesting things to talk about. That and the goddamn shit show just continues. Everything just keeps getting worse. Prices keep going up. Taxes keep going up. Everybody's just struggling as much as they can to keep going in this economic war that we're being waged upon. ABE event was very suspicious and fake. Abe event. Georgia Guidestones event was a hot event. Yeah. It was. Yeah, I was watching. Montegraph was talking about it, and he thinks it was hit by a missile. There's like he said, like showing all this evidence of a possible missile attack that took out the Georgia Guidestones, and then they the next day they bulldozed the thing just like that. Within less than 24 hours later, they had fucking bulldozed it to the ground. Yeah, it doesn't sound any kind of weird to me. Ozzy says it looks like an energy weapon. But yeah, does any of all this crazy stuff happening? Could it possibly be related to the reactivation of CERN? the Large Hadron Collider. Some people think, yeah, when CERN goes on, crazy things happen. I don't know. Seems like for sure, but yeah, except the 4th of July shooting happened the day before, I guess. Anyway, yeah, lots of crazy, crazy stuff. I also heard like Lake Mead out there by Las Vegas is just about fucking dried up. Pieman said it was a large electrical discharge. The Ted Turner Foundation just pulled it. They pulled it. Yeah, we thought that the Georgia Guidestones had done so much damage. We said, just pull it. We don't want to see any more people get killed. Man, just crazy, crazy shit. But yeah, I guess it doesn't surprise me at all. Just a lot of things happening all at once. How many more things are going to happen here in the next short period? The near future. Don't sound too nice to me. Everybody's talking about the you know what and the monkeypox. I was watching the video today, and they were saying that monkeypox is spread by gay men. Or no, they didn't say gay, by male homosexual activity seems to be really spreading the monkeypox. That's just what somebody, isn't that interesting? Has that, where have we heard that before? Oh my God. It's just, everything is so insane. It's just beyond madness, man. I don't know what to say about what's going on in the world. It's like I've been taking crazy pills or something. I don't know. Could this all just be some kind of weird dream that I'm having? Anyways, on that note, I guess I'll go ahead and post the link here. Let's get retarded. And let's get it started. Zoopox. As we are living in the zoo. I don't know. I just don't know what to say anymore, man. It's just so much to. It's just too much information all at once, I guess. I don't know. And of course, they're constantly. They won't let the you know what die, And of course, the answer to monkeypox is another you know what. So I guess they already have a shot for the monkeypox. It's been around for a while because they say it's very similar to smallpox. So they pretty much already have a vaccination that works for it. Oh, did I say the V word? I mean, a booster for you. It's all so hard to fathom. It's unfathomable. It's unconscionable. What's happening in the world today? It really is. There's the Piemans in the house. Let's see.
Hey, Eric.
Hey.
Again, brother.
What's happening, man? Did I get you on there? What happened? Where are you? I don't got my screen set up properly here. Hold on. Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah. How's it going, man?
Hey, back at work now, man. It's been interesting.
Yeah. How did it go, man?
Oh, I was a bit was a bit apprehensive about going back, knowing that I'm going back to a factory full of brainwashed, mindless zombies. But they're all victims as well, man. So I don't hate, but I knew I thought it was going to be difficult. But pretty much everyone that that saw me on that first day, man, they were all good. Everyone's happy that I'm back.
They're happy.
Everyone, most everyone is happy that I'm back.
That's what I figured would happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like.
But I'm trying
most of the people that are jabbed up, they don't really have animosity toward the unjabbed too much.
No. So nobody, they all believe it's real, but they're not worried that I'm back at work and I haven't had it. It makes sense.
Well, they shouldn't be worried. They're protected from it. Why should they worry? Well,
the theory is that if you're not double jabbed, you're not protected.
You're putting everybody else at danger. That's how the narrative goes, right? If you didn't do it, you're threatening everybody else that did do it. How does that fucking make sense? None of it ever makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's not supposed
to. I felt a little bit like a leper, man, but I've been talking to people about what's going on in the world, a little bit, and one guy I was working with the other day, he asked me, he knows why I haven't been at work for 8 months, right? But then he come out and he asked me, have you had the coof? Right? And I said, nah. I said, I can't catch it because it doesn't exist. He said, what do you mean it doesn't exist?
You remember you telling me that back when it first came out.
Yeah, and then he said to me, he said, yeah, I had it. I said, how do you know? From the fake test.
Because you
said the CPR test. Good one day. I said, yeah, then I gave him the spiel about, Kerry Mullis, the inventor of the CPR test, and how it was never designed to identify any type of virus. It's not what it's not. And he didn't want to hear it, man. Just walked away.
He said you can find anything in anything. That's what he said.
Whatever you're looking for.
If you look for anything in anything, if you look deep enough, you're going to find something. Because there's everything in the world is inside of every person. There's at least one molecule of everything.
Yeah, sure.
That's what he was saying.
It's just DNA material, man. That's all it is. Yeah. They just isolate a type of DNA material they're looking for when they'll find it. Because it's in all life.
Building blocks. You know me, man.
But anyway, man, so I've got to be careful. I'll talk to people about what's going on in the world a bit, but I can't drop that.
Man. You got to
I can't drop the bombshell, man.
We're talking about it.
I can't drop the truth about the jabs,
I've learned it's just best not to talk about that shit at work.
People will lose their minds. World. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't usually go well, and it just makes people have start labeling you and shit.
But I think the biggest fear, man,
they start putting labels on you, and when people talk to me, I just kind of act dumb.
Yeah. But I think the biggest fear people have, man, is not fitting in. Not being part of the crowd.
Yeah.
They all want to fucking belong. Thinking differently is dangerous.
It's really, really weird, man. I thought people were smarter than that, but I was wrong.
Yeah.
I thought people.
But at the same time, man, everybody tells me
they've done a good job of dumbing down the population, man. Real good.
But everybody's pretty much
amazing.
They all pretty much stopped at 2, man. Like we're up to number 3. The boosters available. The fourth is for older people, but they're going to gradually lower the age groups like they did with all the other ones.
And then the vast amount of people are just getting it.
But yeah, nobody's taken the booster, man. Everyone said that's it. I'm not taking it.
A lot of people haven't got the third one here. Yeah. They said no. A lot of people that got the 2, they didn't. They refused the third.
Yeah. So that's an irony too, man. But they still believe it's real, right? They still believe the situation's real. They still believe there's a fucking pandemic out there. but they're not going to take the third.
But now
no
that they,
matter what happens.
something registered in their mind when they said, well, it's not really going to protect you from anything. It's just going to make you have less likely to end up in the hospital. So basically, it's basically what they say is what it does.
Yeah,
so.
That's their message, man. Yeah.
But it's very important that everybody gets it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get it, you're a threat to everybody else.
Yeah.
It's.
But it's just an irony there, man. They can't quite see. They can't see
but
the.
Now it just seems like all that's kind of gone in the world right now. You don't really. I mean, it's still there. They're still on the back. If you listen to the media, they still talk about it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And when they do, they're always talking about it's it's not over. It's not over. They want us to know.
Anyway, I just sort of let you know, man, how that went.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
well, that's good, man. That people are.
I even worked yesterday, man. I did 5 hours on a Saturday, man, 5 till 10.
Ozzy says, anyone see the Jim Brewer comedy show? No. He's a pretty funny guy, I guess.
But I haven't been. Yeah, I'm not back in the role that I had before.
You're not?
I'm working in the factory in production there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it just take you a while to get back in there, I'm sure.
Oh, someone's replaced.
We need someone that can deliver this shit.
Yeah, someone's replaced my role, man. So.
Pieman's better than that guy. Yeah?
Oh, as a young guy, man.
Yeah.
They got a young guy doing my job now. So
I'm sure.
He seems right.
They had to replace you. Yeah, we had to keep going for 8 months. But anyways, whatever. Do you like doing that better than working in the factory?
I'm making floor trusses or floor joists, whatever you call them. Prefab ones, man.
Uh-huh.
The second-story houses mostly.
Yeah. It's like
with all the steel webs.
You manufacture woods with the steel ones.
Yeah, steel webs. Timber timber upper and lowers and ends, but you just got steel webs that run
like
through
steel
it.
Rebar inside.
They all join each other,
Uh-huh. They call it a bar joist.
Yeah, we call them floor trusses here, man, or posi.
Trusses, yeah, they're trusses.
Posi. What do you call them? Posi trusses. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trusses or joists or.
Yeah.
Bar joist is what they use in buildings.
It's I think it's because it comes as a kit, it's the same as a house, It's all laid out, it's all marked, it's all, they just fucking nail it in, mate, and it's done,
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't have to cut it or nothing, huh?
No.
It all comes in lengths and shit.
Yeah, it's all cut. It's all made to order, man. Yeah, for the frame.
Yeah. That's how trusses work. And you just have a crane and put them together.
Yeah.
Or some people use like a big forklift.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all of our trucks have cranes on them, man. They're all crane trucks. The transport company we use, they put everything in position. Don't have to fucking carry anything upstairs, man.
TGIs, yeah. That's what we call them here.
What's that?
Eric says they're called TGIs. But
TGI.
It's like some fucking fake plywood in between two engineered pieces of wood.
Oh yeah,
like an I-beam,
LVL. We call them LVLs.
LVLs, though, those are more like laminated veneer lumber.
Laminated. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's more like a beam, solid beam. These are like lightweight joists,
Oh yeah.
That are like OSB in between two manufactured.
Yeah. And you use that for the second story floor joists, yeah.
Yeah, they use them for floor joists. I've also used them for roofs.
Yeah, right.
You can make roofs out of them too.
And the whole factory's changed, man. They got fucking new machinery. They got new truss jigs with like a cherry picker basket that you stand in, man, to roll the plates on and lift the trusses up and roll them off. So there's no physical work apart from swinging a hammer and putting the plates on.
That's good. You don't need to be doing all that physical work.
And the same out the back stacking trusses. I was doing a bit of that too, man.
I mean, you want to keep your body in some kind of physical shape, but
they got
things are
Yeah, they got a
fucking huge.
mechanical lifting system out the back where we stack trusses as well, man. So there's no more
Mechanical
lifting.
lifting system.
Yeah. It's only taken 20 years, man, but they got there eventually.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
probably fucking do a lot. So they're building a lot still, or what?
They got too many injuries, man, and I think they might have been sued a couple of times because of fucking workplace injuries, bad fucking manual
I
handling
remember you were
practices.
telling me that you was afraid that the construction industry is going to slow down.
Yeah, it's not happening, man. Not in my work.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be here either, man. There's just not enough people to do all the work for some fucking reason.
Yeah, some reason.
There's no help allowed around. I don't get it. For some reason, nobody just wants to work anymore. I mean, even in the grocery store, like sometimes I got to go to the grocery store and like buy lunch, for like
Part of the reason might be that people
and
are
like
disappearing too, man. They're
and
not
like the
coming back.
deli's closed, man, because there's not enough people to run the deli that day. It's like
I think a
everybody
big
runs
part
on
of
a
it, man.
skeleton crew.
Yeah, I think a big part of the work shortage is fucking people are fucking dropping dead, mate. I think that might
You
be
think
happening too.
so, man?
Yeah.
No one's just talking about it. It's really weird. It's amazing how well the plan is working, and no one no one believes the true reason why they're dropping dead. They all think
I'm
it's
hearing
because
some.
what they're saying.
I was hearing stories about.
I don't know. This is just what I'm hearing. I'm not.
Yeah, I've heard stories like on another channel, man, about people in other all over America, man. Like they go to visit a roadhouse, like a Denny's or whatever, man, and there's only one person working there, and that woman's cooking, serving tables, fucking doing it all by themselves, man, because they can't get any staff, man.
And then you go there to get some food, and it takes like all day long.
And the coffee machine's been broken for months. You can't get coffee and shit. They're not fixing it.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like you go, like you can't get a milkshake because their milkshake machine's broken. No matter where you go. Sorry, our milkshake machine is broken. We don't have any milkshakes. Yeah, you might as well just fucking take it off the menu and just throw your broke ass milkshake machine out in the fucking dumpster.
It's never fucking worked.
Because every time I come here to order a milkshake, you don't have any. But it's like that, man. You just can't. Whatever you want. Like I need to get some chicken tenders. Sorry, you're all out of chicken tenders.
All you sell is chicken, dickhead. Where's the chicken tenders?
All we got is this processed garbage over here. Ozzy in the house.
Hey, Ozzy.
Hey,
brother.
Pieman. Hey, Eric.
Hey.
What's happening, mate?
How's it?
Just the usual. Just trying to keep my head above water.
Yeah.
Still looking for a job.
Still looking for slavery.
Still looking for slavery. Can't find it.
Still
just recently.
Huh? I guess you're still unenslaved.
Well, just recently, it doesn't really help that even my own family's just ditched me and all that. So,
they're driving you nuts.
Just call me nuts. And even my uncle, he's supposedly on my side, right, with all this, and he's got a group on Messenger, and he's booted me a couple of times, right? But because my mother's in the group and she was administrator, and even my sister was put as administrator, they've just absolutely just trashed me,
Yeah.
And just because I got an opinion, I'm trying to wake them up.
Over the coof.
Yeah, over what's been going on for the last couple of years. So, nice sucks. But what are you going to do? Yeah. But
yep.
Just have to get on with it, really. Forget about it and get on with it.
Yep. I guess that's all you can.
You can choose your friends, man, but you can't choose your family. So
Yeah, that's it. Congrats on getting your job back, man.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, I'll be alright. I just gotta bite my tongue when I want to.
Yeah,
If I tell too much truth, man, people are gonna freak the fuck out. So,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
best. You learn just to don't even try to bother to speak truth to people because it's all they do is just get hostile and shit and start calling you names and shit and stereotypes.
yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried
Yeah.
about what
I
people
don't
think
really
about
care
me.
about that either, but
Nah. I was already crazy before all this shit
who
started, man.
cares what
So
who cares
I
what
was
these idiots
already the
think
crazy
about
guy.
you?
Yeah,
I really don't care what
yeah.
a person
What
that
other
doesn't
people think
understand
about me is none
anything
of my
thinks
business,
about
man.
me.
You know.
But you
yeah.
gotta work with these people, and you'd rather just
Yeah.
not have a you know
Yeah. Everyone's complaining about the cost of food and fucking petrol and fucking,
yeah.
but they can't see how or why it's happening. They just think it's Russia, Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine. That's all they
They
think.
believe what the media is telling them, huh?
Yeah.
Coming from a warehousing environment, I used to drive forklifts and everything. The product didn't get through. If it was a day late, or even if it was a day late, managers and supervisors they get angry. They'd be like, "Oh, where's this product? Where's this product?" And tearing their
Mm.
hair out.
Oh
Now,
God,
I wonder what it'd be like now.
Yeah.
they can't tear their hair out because there's nothing they can do about it.
Well, they've probably got no hair left. They've probably got no hair left.
They just get used to it. They just get used to it, just the way it is. You order something now,
Yeah.
you're lucky to get it by the end of the year.
Yeah. Delays are the new normal, mate.
That's what I hear. Like I was talking to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Delays,
ordered this.
shortages,
This guy
and
was
price
telling me
rises are
I
the new
ordered
normal.
this, some material, or
Yeah.
some kind of whatever it was, and he said, "Yeah, well, it'll be here by the end of the year." They're saying,
We
so yeah, that's how bad
supposedly,
it is. Where it used to be, you order,
we're
it might take a month at the most, or usually a week or two.
we're
Now
having a
it's
timber
now
shortage at
it's
the
six
moment,
months, seven
apparently.
months at least. So you got to order everything way ahead of time.
Apparently we can't
And,
get timber,
and
man.
if you're lucky, you'll get it.
So that's a problem.
Well, my
There's no
brother,
guarantees you're going to get it at the end of the year. It could
my
still,
brother, he's building a house, and apparently, they were supposed to start building in 2020, and then all the shit went down, and he's still waiting on. They haven't even poured the slab yet. And I
still
said to
waiting.
him, I said to him, because he's got a few problems. He finds it hard to speak to people. So I said to my mum, because she helps him out with stuff. I said, just let him call up the relevant authorities and say, look, we want our house built. Otherwise, we're going to get a refund,
There's
because
builders
they've got
going,
insurance. They've
yeah,
got builders
builders are going out
insurance.
of
So,
business
Yeah,
left,
you
right, and
can't
centre,
wait
man.
forever.
Yeah.
yeah. So 2 years, like if you were waiting 2 years to build a house,
But
you'd
that's
be a
what you
bit,
got. I guess that's what it takes, man. Nothing you can do about it. If you want a house built, you got to wait. But
yeah.
I'm sure there's something you could do to maybe speed things up
you're
a little bit.
paying your mortgage even if you move. Even if the house isn't built, you're still going to pay the mortgage, man.
Well, he's paying rates at the moment too. I said, well,
And
don't
so
pay
he
rates
got a
until you
loan to
build it.
build it. Yeah, and I'm sure
Yeah,
the
he got a
price
loan
has
to
gone up
build it.
a shit ton since then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
interest rates are going up every
So
day,
yeah, they
man.
just screwed a lot of people like that, and and
That's
then
yeah,
another
all of a
problem.
sudden,
I've still
people
got a
that were
little
all
bit to
ready to
go on
build their
my
houses,
first.
in early 2020, bam, all this shit happened,
Mm.
and now
I've still got a
now
bit.
it costs twice as much at least.
I've
And
still
Well,
all
they
got a
can't
bit
the
raise the
of
people
prices,
got
man.
fucking just
Yeah,
got
but
killed.
the fixed price contracts, man, they can't raise the prices, so that's why the builders are going under, man, because they're paying extra for everything, you know, and
It's
they're
insane. I
screwing
mean, I see
themselves,
it
man.
all the time. How much materials have gone
Some
up.
of them are just walking away, man. They're just leaving houses unbuilt, and then
yeah.
the people that want to get their houses finished, man, have already signed up for the mortgage.
So
They don't know.
ridiculous. It's so
Yeah,
ridiculously expensive these days.
they don't know.
Everything.
They don't know who they can trust and who's not going to go out of business, man. They might hire another builder to finish their house, but that builder might go under as well, man. It's
It's
that
like
bad now, man.
Yeah. See,
yeah, it's really
I've still
bad,
got a
bad.
mortgage. I've still got a mortgage as well, right? But I've paid most of it off, so or at least paid half of it off. But the house isn't. It wasn't big it wasn't a big price when I bought it, so it wasn't too hard. You know, like at least it's not a $500,000 mortgage or 600 grand or
Yeah,
700.
man.
Or you got to pay like $2,000 a month fucking house payment. That's cheap out here. That's cheap.
So many
here.
people.
$2,000 a
So
month.
many people got roped in, man.
Roughly.
So many got roped into the mortgage fucking trap, mate.
Some
Because they
people
knew
are
this
paying
shit
like
was coming.
$3,000-$4,000 a month for a fucking mortgage payment. I don't know how the fuck they do it.
Yeah,
So
but
I'd
rather be on my own than get, like, you know, if they sold the house or something. If I was living somewhere and they sold the house, I'd get kicked out by the you know, you don't really have much rights as a tenant. If you want to stay and they say, oh, you got to leave, it's, you know, pretty hard. You got to move, you know. So I'm not really keen on moving, you know. If you're getting what I'm getting at, I just like to stay in the same place. I like staying in the same place. You know?
Yeah, you shouldn't have to if it's your house, man.
Yeah. But I even told my brother, I'm like, you should just buy a small house, just buy a unit to start yourself with, you know.
Yeah.
But no, he wanted the first homeowners grant from the government. Yeah.
They're throwing money around left, right, and centre, man. Home builders grants and fucking.
Yeah.
I think some states they were paying $50,000. You know, the government was chipping in 50,000. Other states 20,000. I think it's 20 or 30,000 here, man. Some shit like that. Plus,
I only got
6,000.
I only got 6,000 because remember when they had existing homes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The house
So
I bought, man, years ago. Yeah, I got in with the when the first home buyer grant system first started, man. I got 7,000. That's all it was. And it only paid for the transfer.
Yeah.
That's what I got paid for. Yeah.
Of course, here in America, we're calling it the housing crisis. Everything's a fucking crisis here in America.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they set the trap, man, for a lot of people with, you know, the low interest rates,
the homelessness
and all the government assistance.
Man. I got, you know, just
and everyone was just
border just keeps growing and growing. The homeless
and
population.
The prices, the value of houses just kept going up and up and up, and everyone just wanted to get in, mate. And there's so many people fucking just bought their first house like in the last 2 years, you know, and they're all screwed now, man, because they all over borrowed, man. They overcommitted.
You know, now the interest rates are all going up.
Now the interest rates are going up.
Taxes are going up,
and people, you know, as we knew, man, like a couple of years ago, I predicted
going up, everything.
You know, interest rates go up. People can't afford to pay their mortgages. People start selling houses. The values go down.
Double, and it becomes
the values they're all overvalued, man, because of, you know, just because that's the only form of investment in Australia.
It's called economic warfare, man.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah. But it'll just take one small thing, man.
Fucking world.
You know, everybody's
they're pricing people into homelessness, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
And that's definitely
everything has to stay the same. People counted on everything staying the same. They're keeping their job. Interest rates not going up. Value of houses to keep rising. You know. Once people start selling, man, there's going to be a fucking avalanche of fucking houses on the market, and they're all going to drop fucking hundreds of thousands, man. We're going to go back to 300,000, man. That'll be average.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's 600,000, man.
Yeah. Yep, that's how markets go, right? Pump and dump.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the big boys will come in and buy up all the houses for nothing, man, and they'll rent them all out, and they'll all become fucking slums, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, BlackRock will come in just
$2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month rent.
BlackRock will just convert them into, you know, like what are those units? They're body corporate. They'll just turn them all into body corporates.
Yep.
That's what it will be. Body corporate by BlackRock. That's what it will be. So,
boy.
Braybrook was that suburb I was trying to think of when I was telling you about that future slum, man. It's off Williamstown Road.
Yeah, it's getting really bad, and the population.
Go Williamstown Road until you hit Geelong Road. You turn left, then you turn right again,
and then you know what they're doing. It seems like they're flooding.
And it goes up. I think it might be Barclay Street. I don't know. It's one of the main roads that goes into Footscray, and you have to turn left.
Ballarat Road.
Yeah, Ballarat Road. Off the West Gate, you know. Williamstown Road.
Yeah,
And then you have to,
yeah. I know Geelong Road and all that. Yeah. Before you closer
and
to
there's a car
Footscray.
yard. There's a car yard on the corner of the traffic lights there, man. You go down that road,
Yeah,
and it's about, I don't know, halfway, not even halfway down that road, man. Maybe
it's close. It's close to Maribyrnong. Yeah, High Point.
there's a small
High
shop.
Point
No,
Shopping
this
Centre.
is a small Footscray shopping centre there, man. And
Oh,
and a school, yeah, and it's like 400 metres down that road. You turn left of the road, you follow the road all the way to the end, and it's a dead end, right? And that's where the estate is. There's like 1,000 townhouses and one road in and one road out, and they're all investment properties, man.
yeah, I've seen that. You can see it from the train line. You go on the train to the city, and you can see it.
You could see it from the train line. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
We built half of that, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not good, man. I wouldn't want to live in there. Fuck that.
So yeah, it's gotten bad, man. Things have gotten bad. The homeless population. It seems to me like I see these homeless people all the time. Every time I drive through Boulder, there's a lot of homeless people down there, and it seems to me like a lot of them are just fucked out of their mind on drugs, man.
Yeah.
I mean, somehow they're getting drugs.
They're on the flacker.
People, somehow they're finding a way to find and get some kind of drugs because they're, you'll see them like on the side of the road, like all fucking out of it, like with their head down, and it's just like you could just see this one guy I saw, he just like stumbled.
That sounds like smack, man. Yeah.
And he just kind of sat down and like he just like, and it's like
sounds like heroin, man. But
fucked up, man. And then he just sat there for a minute, like he lit up a cigarette or something, and then he
got the nods.
You could just see he was fucking out of his mind, and then he finally got back up and fucking started walking again, like kind of stumbling a little bit. And they're everywhere down there, man. It's really bizarre. People like that, and you can just tell they're fucked out of their minds on drugs. And I think they're purposely putting the drugs into the homeless population.
Yeah,
making sure that they have a way to get something like that. Fucking, and then a lot of them just end up dropping dead over time.
Yeah.
Eventually, once they get to that point, they probably don't live too much longer.
If you're homeless, man, you don't need that problem as well, man.
If they got enough of those drugs available to those people, eventually they're going to OD and kill themselves with them. I think that's a big part of their plan.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on now, man? And that's the way they're getting rid of the homeless. They're making sure that they have access to these things. And they're all deadly drugs. Fentanyl is the big one. It's all over the fucking country, man. Yeah, every city. Yeah. You go into these cities and talk to people on the streets. I was watching this one girl on YouTube and she was like, in a couple different cities. They're talking about, how many people have died already this year from fentanyl, and how many, and you just look around the streets. There's just people like I said, they're just.
Oh, it's the same effect, isn't it? It just knocks you on your ass, man. Yeah.
They're just out of their minds, man. Wow. It's so sad to see these people, man. Especially right there in Boulder, man. Supposedly very, well-to-do city of Boulder. They're everywhere. Yeah. And, it seems like they just let it go. The people in charge just let it go.
Yeah.
They want to push this on the population. They want the rest of the population to have to deal with it, and see it and fucking suffer with it.
Cops aren't helping. They're not doing anything, man.
They're not, the cops, anybody. Nobody's doing anything. They just leave them alone. It's like they want them there.
Did you guys hear about
just to rub it in the face of the people?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about the mass exodus of Western Australia police officers? Mainly was Pieman, I think. More so local news to Australia.
No, I haven't
Apparently,
heard
a lot of police. I went to a police station yesterday to get a form signed for a JP, right? And there was only the JP there. There was no one else. Didn't seem to be anyone else there. So, and this is
I heard a lot of them are on leave, man, because they got the coof. That's what I'm hearing. But they've also all been taken away from police stations and in the suburbs, and they've been put into put into the city, man, to deal with fucking demonstrations and, the people who want freedom, you know what I mean? And there probably is more of them on the road just booking people rather than being in the police station where you need them,
Yeah, road pirates,
Yeah, the
That's
road
what I call
pirates.
them, road pirates.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I did hear that there's a shortage in the police stations, man.
Yeah.
Shortage everywhere. It's really weird, huh? Everything's shortage of labor. All the business around here are for sale. For sale for what? The gas station up the street that's for sale now.
Yeah.
The restaurant up the street's been for sale for years. I don't think they're ever going to sell it. You want too much money for it. It's not a good investment. I don't think. So yeah, I don't know. It's really weird times, man. Economic distress. The country's in economic distress, no doubt about it. And it's only going to get worse, I'm afraid. We're just feeling the repercussions of what they've done from what happened 2 years ago.
Yep. All by design, mate. Yep.
Now it's all now the repercussions are hitting back, and the people are really feeling it now.
Even now they're saying that they can't service jet engine planes, so they can't source the oil to do an oil change on an engine.
Yeah, I heard that too, man. Yeah.
So it's like it's worse the supply chain problem gets, it becomes exponential. Everything starts shutting, and it just becomes like a snowball effect, but in a bad way. Things start becoming more and more scarce, and then everything starts.
That was
shutting
a preacher,
down,
man. Was it a preacher, Ozzy? Did you hear that from?
What's that?
Was that guy a preacher talking about up on stage in a church talking about?
It might have been. I can't remember. It was like a video. It might have been that preacher video. Yeah, I think. But look, I just get stories from random places. So
I think that's
just look
what I
into
heard,
it,
man. Yeah, he had an interpreter on the stage, man, interpreting it into Spanish, I think.
Yeah,
So what did you guys think about the 4th of July shooting here?
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even know about it.
Not a lot to see, man. The band didn't even stop.
And the guy dressed up as a woman to make his escape. That's the thing that really strikes me about it. You just say, "Come on."
Yeah, you didn't have to look into it too much, man.
It's like the Batman movies.
I wonder when the manifesto is going to come out.
Yeah, I know. I haven't found the backpack yet.
He's probably got a manifesto. Obviously, the same platitudes as always. He was.
Have you seen the picture?
Online,
the picture of the guy, man. Tell me that's a real person, man. That looks like a fucking AI cartoon creation, man.
Looks like really kind of an alien-looking face. Yeah, really weird, huh? The stories just get weirder and weirder. Dressed up like,
and of course he was. They're trying to say he was a far right extremist Trump supporter and all this shit, man.
And that is he threatened to kill his family or something, but but he had no red flags on him.
Oh yeah, I never heard of him. Didn't know who he was.
But he was a good kid.
Slipped through the net. Slipped through the cracks.
He was having a bad day, and he threatened to kill his family.
He dropped off the watch list.
That happens.
Kids
threaten to kill their family sometimes. It's no big deal. It's not a red flag or nothing.
CIA just missed him. They were watching him, but they gave up.
Like the other kid in New York, right?
Yeah.
And there's just like you start looking at all these latest, shootings, and all the similarities are interesting. Very young people,
What was interesting, man, I came across Monday morning, man, before
the shooting, but
before I went to work, man, for the first time. Yeah, I came across a live TV station feed on YouTube, man, at the 4th of July event. And there was a cop and I think two cops, different, one was a detective and one was supposed to be a cop, right? and they were making an announcement at the microphone stand in front of the media pack that was already there before anything happened. And anyway, behind the microphone stand, and there was a big red fire truck with 33 right behind them. Like, oh, there it is.
Interesting. There seems to be media everywhere, but they never really get anything, that really shows anything. All you do, maybe you might hear some shots. I don't know. But there's really no good footage of anything as far as I know, as usual.
Yep, there is no footage.
It's the old like when the whatever hit the Pentagon type situation where you don't really see anything. You just got to take.
They can't even edit the sound in at the right time, man. Right? The gunshot sounds. Yeah, the gunshot sounds come way too early because no one reacts until there's like 50 shots already been fired, man, and then they start running.
Yeah, then all they really show is people scattering. You would think with all the technology out there now, with so many, somebody would have been recording the parade. And it would come out, but
No, you don't get it. You don't get any innocent bystander footage. No, that doesn't exist. No.
If it does, it's all controlled. Probably, most likely, you might get some here and there to make it look more authentic, but it's not real. It's not authentic.
All they have to do, man, we know how they do this shit. They just close the streets off fucking months beforehand, and have a little fucking stage play event. No one's there. No one's any of the wiser. Yeah, no one's any of the wiser why the street was closed. They have their little production, and then when they're ready on the day, they release it and say, "Here it is. This is what happened."
Yeah, it's so obvious. I mean, they've done it so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I honestly think the news is like they get their cues from the movies and Hollywood and all that. They're able to source. They're able to get, and maybe this is only in the past maybe 20 or 30 years that they're able to do that. To maybe they want to keep viewers. The only way to keep viewers or to keep people watching is to put fear on there and to make it look like a movie. So it's a big
and also to push a bunch of agendas. Everything that's going on in the world today. Yeah, it's not just to keep their ratings up. No, there's way more agendas than that, I think.
It's all leading down the communist Marxist path, man. You either agree with the system or you're the enemy.
Everything that's on the media is to push an agenda, that's for sure. If it's on the media, it's to push some agenda.
If you don't agree with the system or what the consensus of the brainwashed zombies,
or it's there just to distract you. It's either pushing an agenda or to distract you from what's really going on.
Then you're labelled the enemy of humanity, and then you'll if you do have any gun licenses, you'll have to have a mental evaluation to make sure that you're fit and able to hold that gun license. And if you don't agree with the agendas of the day, your license will be removed.
Yep. No doubt about it.
That's where it's going, man. That's how they'll do it.
You can see the writing. You just see what they're doing, man. They're making everybody seem crazy. Making everybody. We are. No, you don't. They just want to disarm everyone. So yeah, that's one way they're doing.
And most people will do it. Most people will voluntarily
do it.
Most of the sleeping masses, man, they'll do whatever they're told to do. Man.
That's why they're pushing this radicalized online, narrative, because they want to use people's online, whatever they say against them in their whole history of their online. They got it all.
100%, man. Yeah.
That's what they. Yeah. So.
Yeah, people have been denied jobs because of their Facebook history and shit, man.
Yeah, they found all the stuff that he did online on social media. They really push that narrative in the media with all these shooters and shit. So they want to associate. If you associate with these people on the internet, you are, you are
persona non grata.
A mental problem. It's basically
you're on a watch list.
So yeah, you can say that we're definitely gonna be on the list.
Yeah. See, I'm very disappointed.
I was looking at my, you know, on
And-
YouTube how you can look up your subscriber list, who's subscribed to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. You can go onto YouTube, go into settings, and go and have a look and see who's subscribed to you. Right. I've only got a list of 15 people that subscribe to me, but I've got 43 subscribers. So there's a discrepancy of about almost 20, I think, or 20 or 30.
28.
Yeah, they're almost
28.
30.
Like
Yeah, 28
2/3.
or something like that. Yeah, so I'm thinking I've probably got more ASIO agents watching me now. So if you're out there, you know, hi ASIO,
Probably, yeah.
CIA, and Big
Yeah, always
Pole,
give them a wave and say hello.
I mean,
Yeah.
what
I'll
the
give 'em
hell?
away.
I mean, all we do here is talk about the obvious, big fucking deal. But you know, that's
The
a
Captain
big
Obvious
problem
show.
now. Talking about the
Captain
obvious
Obvious
is fucking misinfo.
Welcome to Eric's Captain Obvious show with Eric Farmer.
Captain Obvious. Captain Obvious. Yeah, that's. I'm thinking about changing my channel to the Captain Obvious show.
You need to get a T-shirt made up. You see the T-shirt that I made up, Simon?
Yeah,
Yeah, mate. Yeah, good one.
it's pretty easy to do, I guess. The Captain Obvious show. Because all we do is talk about the obvious, and it's so controversial. Speaking the truth and talking about the obvious makes you a bad person, and someone who should be censored, of course. But it's okay to talk about other things that are really way more horrible.
Have you seen what's going on in Sri Lanka?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen that.
I was gonna
Fucking the
mention
people
that.
are fucking taking the country over, man. They're taking their country back. They invaded the Prime Minister's house, apparently, and he got on a boat and got the fuck out of there.
He's probably on the way to Australia.
Yeah, probably. I've got a friend
He's
who works
gonna
in
see
Sri Lanka, and
Paul,
he just went back there, man, to see his family and shit. And he
Yeah.
said things are bad, man. He said you can't travel anywhere. There's no public transport. There's no petrol. There's no food. There's fucking nothing, man.
The president is just a puppet, anyways. He can't really do anything.
Yeah. No, but when people are trying to kill you, it's probably a good
But yeah,
idea to
you
get
know,
out
I
of
guess
town.
the way they were going after the it looks like the people were taking the power back for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it takes right there.
And in
Everybody
Holland too, man.
as one mass. It's
Dutch farmers, man.
you know, all those
taking
people
it
have
back
no
too.
fear, you know,
Yeah,
because
the Dutch farmers they're throwing manure into the government building. That's good. Good to see.
Yeah. Filling up police
manure.
cars with shit, dumping fucking
Yeah. That's
dumping
what we
bales
got
of
to
hay
do.
in the middle of the road and shit.
We got to get the manure trucks at the council buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is a good thing. One of the best stories of the week, I think.
They're shooting the farmers too, man. The
Problem
police
is
are fucking shooting them.
everyone's too weak as piss. I'd do it today.
It gives me hope for humanity seeing something like that.
Yeah.
But I've also seen videos of the police coming, pulling up in a van, jumping out of the van with masks and plain clothes and with batons, man, and they're starting to attack people. And then the people turn around and attack them back, mate, and throw rocks at them and bricks, and they all run back into their van and piss off while their van's getting smashed, mate. So the people they're not taking it.
An open warfare on the population.
Yeah.
By all the governments of the world, it seems like. Pretty much. It's been that way for a long time.
Definitely the last 2 years.
Worse and worse, man. It's really the war has really ratcheted up on the population, man. That's all you can say.
Yeah.
That's what we're seeing. That's what we're talking about.
At least we only got rubber bullets, man.
It's a World War III. I've been talking about this for years. This is the nature of World War III. The fucking governments versus the people, and it's just getting more and more intense as time goes on. Everything that's happened.
Yeah, the war's against everybody, man.
Every single thing that's happened in our whole lifetime is part of it.
Earth is under attack and in a war, man. The war's against us.
They've been waging this war on us for our whole lifetimes.
Yep.
And it's gradually gotten more intense.
Yep. They're pushing everything to breaking point, man. They're really trying to force everyone into the UBI, You don't have to work, just stay home. The government will look after you. But you have to sign up for this social credit score fucking app on your phone. But don't worry about it. As long as you play by the rules, you'll get everything you need. Just be a good, obedient slave and play along, and everything will be all right. And most people will sign up.
Man,
They're
it's
already using it
amazing.
at airports, man. You know that all the airport drama that's going on at the
Check-ins.
moment with baggage and fucking no one can catch flights, and it's happening all over the world, man.
They're
Every
shutting
major
down world
airport,
travel for sure.
they're doing it. It's being done intentionally, man, with the processing of people when I'm pretty sure that's the processing procedure. To check in and get on the plane, and they're going to check your ID and do a biometric fucking facial scan and a
They don't
fucking
want people
body
traveling
X-ray and a
anymore, man.
fucking. But they just want you to get the app, get your social credit app, so to make it easier and faster. They just fucking scan your face. They know who you are. You're straight on the plane, no waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
That's
for
what they're
your own
going to
good.
push, man.
Yeah, and everybody will go for it. Oh, this is
They'll
great.
go for it, mate. They will.
Most people
Yeah.
will be, they'll do whatever it takes as long as they can travel.
Whatever it takes.
That's what happened with the you
But,
know
yeah,
what.
but when you
Yeah.
think about it,
So many people
you
ran
still
out
got
and
to.
got the you know what just because they wanted to go to their concerts and travel.
But when you think about it, right? If you go on a plane, right? Because I went traveling before this shit happened, right? If you go, like, it doesn't matter, if you get free, first dibs into the plane, you still got to wait for your plane to depart. So
Yeah, yeah,
it just
yeah.
means that you're in through the gate faster. That doesn't mean shit. You still have to wait.
Well, it'll get to that. It'll get to the point, man, when the fucking majority of the morons have signed up for the program, just like with the last fucking, a lot of crap we've been through for
Yeah,
2 years. And then,
it's democracy. It's democracy.
yeah, it's democracy. Yeah, if everybody agrees, that's democracy. Yeah. So yeah, you don't get it. You won't have a choice eventually, man. You won't be able to go to the airport unless you got that pass, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it'll work.
And other things, not just the airport, other freedoms will be taken
Yeah,
away.
oh yeah, supermarkets, fucking everything, man. Everything is going to be. That's why they
Yeah.
introduced the track and trace bullshit.
It
That's
starts
what
at
that
the
was all about.
airport and it
That was a
moves out
start.
to the rest of the city from there.
Yeah, everyone got used to tapping everywhere they went. Check in here. Check in, check in, check in.
And
Oh, I've
and
got.
that was all done. What led to that
Yeah,
was the events on that day in September and the underwear bomber. All
yeah,
this has
yeah,
led
yeah.
up to where we're at now
Yep,
with this security state. You
yep.
see
It
that? That's
started
why they
with
did all that. It's all part of their
it's
fucking agenda all along.
it started with the
Obviously.
planes, man. Yep.
And see how long this agenda goes on?
Oh yeah,
They're very patient, and that's what makes me think that there's immortals out there that live forever, and then like they have these long term plans that
yeah.
take generations and lifetimes and it's interesting theory, but that maybe we were genetically engineered by these immortal fucks,
There's a connection, man, with the family bloodlines
and
that hold the power in the world, man, because
they
they're all
cull the
related,
population all the time.
yeah,
Every so
they're all
many
related and
generations, they cull the population. I
they're all
think
related and
that's what we're seeing.
they're all intergenerational fucking trailer park trash, and yeah,
And
and
yeah, I
they,
don't
they,
know if
they do
maybe they're reincarnated and they know this.
and they connect
And
with whoever,
there's a
whatever
lot
it
of
is,
different theories I've heard of
whatever.
how they live forever. Maybe it's through reincarnation.
There,
I
there
don't
is,
know. Or
I think it's
they go
more
from
along.
one body and then they possess another body.
Yeah, it's
Who
more
knows
along
how it
the
works?
spiritual realm, man. Yeah, the demons in the spiritual realm, man. And they communicate with them. They tell us that they do it. We know it. We
And
know all
I
about
think,
that
yeah,
shit.
they possess people. They take over.
Yeah.
I don't know. They'll take over a human body.
Are
Yeah, I
you
don't
are
think
you
these
talking
families
about
can escape it, man.
are you talking
Mhm.
about the Turons or something?
The
Anunnaki
archons.
is the
Turons.
one.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of different words and
Turons.
names for these things. These like I don't know if they're really immortal, but they could be like live for hundreds of thousands of years, maybe millions of years. And so to us, they're pretty much immortal. That's a theory about like the Anunnaki. If you ever heard of them?
Yeah, well, that's probably who's controlling everything, the Anunnaki from another world or whatever.
They genetically
or
engineered
dimension.
the human race. Is how the story goes, right? They created
Yeah.
us, genetically engineered us to be their
Well,
slaves. This story makes a lot of sense to me.
what
I'm
about
not
that
saying
movie?
it's true, but it's a
about that
fascinating
movie?
story.
What about that movie Super Mario Brothers 3 when they go through a different dimension?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
You got to watch it. It's a mad movie.
Mario Brothers.
Amazing
how they put all this shit in like kids movies.
Yeah, well, it's not really a kids movie. It's more so like I don't know, like a preteen kind of.
Didn't Super Mario
demonic
fly a mushroom into the Twin Towers as well, man? Or was that his something?
Oh no, it showed the Twin Towers as being knocked down.
Yeah, I've seen that part of it in these these 9/11 movies or documentaries.
Yeah,
I've seen.
9/11
go watch it again. Go watch it again. They use a rock. They use a rock to go through a powerful rock or a crystal to go through the dimension. Through another rock.
Maybe that has something to do with CERN, the other dimension. Who knows?
Yeah. Just go watch it again. It's a brilliant film. Man.
The CERN should be a portal.
Yeah.
But I was watching a thing about CERN, and that is 17 miles long. All the way around it is 17 freaking miles.
Well, that's an 8.
That's so big. But if you're
17's an 8,
line, it's nothing.
Which is a sign of the infinity symbol, man, or the eternal loop. Not as in a. It is in a circle, but the figure 8 is a circle. A circle on top of a circle, or you can say it's a double helix.
Equals 8.
Yeah, 1 and 7,
which,
man.
Yeah. Which represents the fucking infinity.
Yeah. Well, it's
total control. 8 is the number of total control.
Yeah, but it's also what do you call it? What is it? Not a signet. What's it called? Signet's not the word. It's like a magical symbol, man. You know what I mean? That they use. It's got power, man. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think it's more than they're just looking for the Bogues. What do they call it?
It's also 2 3s.
The Boggs nose on or whatever. The nose boson.
Oh, yeah, that's all fucking. That's an excuse, man. That's just an excuse for what they're doing.
The something boson they call it.
Yeah, Higgs boson.
Higgs boson. Yeah.
Well, when you think about it, right, like
the Higgs boson. Probably
the 3
satanic word.
Higgs boson. The number 3. It's like 3 is the Trinity. So you got 1, 2, and 3, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, right? That's 3, right? It's like you just open, like literally just blew my mind, Pieman, when you said 2 3s, you connect them together and they're an 8. It's infinite,
Yeah.
Cool as 17 miles long, which 8
that's their symbol too, man. 33,
Eight represents infinity. Well. 8 is the number of infinity.
Infinity, yeah.
Infinity.
Never-ending loop. Yeah.
Never-ending loop.
Yeah.
And then, interesting. Lots of interesting things about
CERN in itself. CERN in itself is
because 3 and 6 are very related numbers.
Which is a 9.
3, 6, and 9 are kind of like
3, 6, and 9.
Very spiritual numbers, very spiritual numbers, satanic numbers. 3, 6, 9.
They are trying to be gods on earth, man. That's what they're trying to do. But I think more than anything, they probably are opening the fucking pits of hell, man. Because look what's happened in the last 2 years, man.
They think some people believe like CERN is like releasing demons from the other dimension into this dimension. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
everything that's happened since they fucking first turned it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you have a look. You have a look at the logo as well of CERN, and it's like 666.
Yeah. Yeah, the logo is 666 as well. That's right.
Yeah. Like a lot of these logos are all structured around the 666, or something, something symbolic.
Yeah. There's no 6s in the actual design of CERN, so there's no reason. There's no actual reason to validate that. For why that symbol would be 3 6s.
Yeah. I was reading a book at my library, right, and it was called A Practical Introduction to Numerology by Sonia Ducey. And it was a 100-page book, and it explains like the history of numbers and history of numerology and Pythagoras and all this esoteric. She even explained the esoteric knowledge and all this stuff. And I'm like, this is probably the only book in the library that explains this stuff. And it's a 100-page book. I read it in that morning at the library. So
yeah, man. They communicate with numbers, man. The secret societies, they communicate with numbers, and they also cast spells with them, man. It's all power,
the God particle.
And they relied on our ignorance for so long, man. But people are working it out now.
Another thing that they say they're doing, they're trying to prove dark matter exists, and trying to figure out like what's the glue that holds matter together.
Some people are worried that fucking if it overheats and fucking CERN blows up, we'll all get sucked into a black hole. We'll all be gone.
If to find the glue that holds matter together, maybe they'll just unglue all of fucking reality.
I don't know about you, man, but
totally unglued.
When I heard the basic idea for the testing procedure is to smash shit together at fucking high rates of speed, I thought that doesn't sound very scientific. Let's smash shit together at 1,000 miles an hour. See how that goes. Is it just short of the speed of light? Isn't it supposed to be?
Let's smash a concrete truck. Let's smash a concrete truck into a wall at 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's science.
That's science. Science.
Interesting. I'd like to really know more about what's really going on at CERN. There's a lot of speculation.
Have you seen the concerts they have, man? That their own fucking female band and
like
all sorts of fucking different shit.
That dance around.
Yeah, they dance around and fucking have parties and shit in there.
And all kinds of weird people dressed up like different kinds of animals and androgynous fucking.
Furries
that aren't like half man, half women, fucking freaks. I've seen it. Yeah. I think so. I think that's what it was, right? And do they still have that statue out front of the Shiva?
Yeah, Shiva. Yeah,
the goddess of death or of destruction.
She's the destroyer. Yeah, Queen of Destruction. Yeah.
Queen of Destruction, whatever. Well, that's interesting. Well, they say
she's also in a circle too, man.
The reason why is because they're destroying matter into its constituent parts. They claim.
And she's also in the design of a circle, like CERN too, man. Same thing with multiple fucking arms and legs and shit going everywhere. Yeah.
She has like 8 arms or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Davey says you can watch a 3-hour video at CERN when they fire it up.
There's hadron colliders all over the world, man. Different countries. We've got one here in Westall. That's where the Holden car plant used to be.
I didn't know that.
Oh, sorry, Nissan car plant. Sorry, I think Holden was there. HSV. It was HSV was there. That's where ours is. Yeah.
Is it a smaller version, Pieman? Because I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I think it's smaller. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Under the ground, man. Yeah.
It's
probably part of a fucking military. It might look like a factory, but it's probably a military installation. You know what I mean? It's all probably unmarked fences and shit.
I was on a page on Facebook the other day, right? A group of like the history of Melbourne or something, and someone posted up I think it was a Nissan factory or something, what it looks like now, and it's just still the old factory, Nothing really looks like it's been done to it,
Nissan, You think it's still there?
I think
it's close. Yeah. I think it's close to where HSV was, man. I'm pretty sure. Not Nissan. Nissan's up further. It's closer to the train station there.
Wherever that is, they took a photo of it, and it just looked the same. Like it didn't look like it had any work done to it or anything. So, they probably just dug a few holes and entrance tunnels, and then just started boring out underground.
I couldn't tell you when it was. built, man, but I remember finding it a few years ago when I was doing research on all that sort of shit.
Yeah. it wouldn't surprise me because we got all these these disused underground bunkers for World War II under.
They talk
underneath
about it in
the city.
mainstream, man. I think I read about it in the Herald Sun. Actually, yeah.
They've got these like old tunnels, and there's a few guys that go caving, and it's like a caving club or something. They call it caving. So
Caving don't sound like a good time to me, man. I'm kind of claustrophobic.
yeah.
Don't like going into caves, but yeah, I'm sure there's all kinds of evil shit in caves.
Spooky. I wouldn't want to go into a cave either. It just sounds spooky.
I've done it before, man. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I like being above the
Humans
ground.
don't belong in caves, man. We're not cavemen.
I like sunlight. I'm funny like that.
So easy a caveman could do it. I love those commercials, man. And, yeah, I don't think there ever really was such a thing as cavemen. They just made that shit up. Dumb-looking brute guy. He was a caveman. All he knew how to do was live in a cave. No, if there was ancient men like that, they were much more intelligent than the modern human.
Any of you guys seen the new Beavis and Butthead movie?
No, man.
I've heard about it. Yeah, you were telling
They
me
drop
about
a few. They drop a few truth bombs in that movie for sure, man. They even got the Arcturians in there as well. It's like we are you from the future, and he's like, did we score? And he's like, no, the ones from the future didn't score, just like you. Does that mean we have a chance of scoring? Wow, these guys are cool. We're gonna score. And they go through a black hole as well. They get lost in space and they go through this black hole and they end up in like 2022, 1997.
Yeah, I definitely got to watch that. Sounds really good.
Yeah, there's a like they just absolutely just make
You
fun
told
of
me how
everything.
I could watch it. I've totally forgot.
Yeah. They just absolutely make fun of everything. Like I don't know, even like all the not the BLM stuff, but there was the other stuff like white privilege or something, and he's like, "Get out of the way, we have white privilege." They're in a college. They're in a college and they're lining up to get some food or something from the diner or something. It's like, "Get out of the way, we have white privilege."
Been pushing that shit for a while, haven't they?
Yeah, but it's smart. It's very smart. It's smart comedy,
Yeah, yeah, that's that. I believe it coming from you, man.
Yeah,
You're a pretty smart feller. Smart smeller.
Yeah, well.
Yep. What a crazy.
You want to see something really cool?
Something really cool.
Want to see something really cool? He drops his Dax and flies.
He dropped what?
That was off the first Beavis and Butthead movie. I think that was a better one.
I remember is
funny. I like the part where they met their fathers.
It's like
there was a part in the first movie where they camped out with those two like homeless bums, and like they were there. It turned out to be their fathers.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the one that dropped his stacks, and he goes, "You guys want to see something really cool?" And he drops his stacks, and he's eating baked beans.
So their dads are in the future too. Their dads are in the new one.
I don't think so. They should have been though. That's what really they should have done that. They should have just continued it on, but they weren't in there. What they should have had was their mum. Like their mothers or something. They should have had their mothers in there. That would have been funny.
Yeah, that would be. Their moms were looked just like them too.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, that's just he was invited. It's just such a classic icons of our culture, right? For a good reason, they were telling us the future.
Yeah,
cartoons were, man. That's what I say all the time. These
Well, if you look at the
cartoons are all about predictive programming.
well, if you look at the Beavis and Butthead movie, the first one, right? The real reason why they're chasing them all over America is because I think it was Beavis had this unit. They called it the unit or something, patched into his pants and into his shorts, and it was apparently it was a biological weapon, and Butthead was just kicking at it. It's like, what's wrong with your ass, man? He's kicking it. Yeah, if it's called like the X5 unit or something. He's like, you want to see my unit? It's like supposed to be like a biological weapon or something. It was like it was just showing us, and that movie was like done in the late 90s. It was like 99 or something that it was done, 98. So you kind of like, you don't really need to even read up on anything. All you need to do is watch a couple of movies and just
watch all the old cartoon movies from the.
They've been conditioning us for years, man.
Yeah, you just watch one of them and you can see what's going to happen in the future.
Because people have already seen it. That subconsciously they already know, because they've already seen it, and their subconscious has recorded it and stored it in their brain. Yeah. And when they do see something that should be unfamiliar and strange and unusual, they think, "Oh, I already know about that," but they don't know why. But they've already been programmed.
Yeah, or it's like that movie. It's like that case, all the time. I've seen it in a movie once. It's like of Dumb and Dumber, that movie. It's like, I've seen it in a movie once.
I saw that in a movie once. Yeah, it's true. I remember when I first saw the plane fly through the building, man, and then I saw the buildings collapse, man. I'm like,
I've seen this before. Like,
I've seen this before somewhere.
Somehow I knew it was going to happen
and I thought it was a movie.
Heard about it.
I did think it was a movie, man.
Something told me that the buildings were going to come crashing down.
The first thing I said, man, is this a movie? When I saw the plane fly through the building.
When I first heard about it, I think subconsciously I knew that the buildings were going to collapse.
Yeah, same here. I knew very well that they were going to come down.
I couldn't believe it when I saw the buildings come down.
Something told me that it was, yeah.
I'm like, that's it, man. The world is never going to be the same.
I wasn't really surprised when I heard that the buildings collapsed for some reason. Even though at the time, I didn't really question the story too much. It was like, it was just, even though now if it happened now, I'd be like,
It's not something you see every day, man. When you got if you had one building collapse into its own footprint in the middle of New York, man, you think,
I was young and
unusual.
naive back then, that
you think, that's unusual. You never see that.
2001.
And then it happened again. It's like fucking 2.
Yeah, didn't happen. It's like, something.
Well, yeah. when I went to New York a few years back, and I went to the Memorial Museum for the 9/11 thing, right? There was the last section in that area, like it was like an art museum. So but you go to the main section and it says, "Do not take photos. Do not take photos, videos of anything." Right, and the last wall actually of the museum told you who done it. Right, it said George Bush Senior, George Bush Jr. Tim Osmond. They mentioned Tim Osmond, Osama bin Laden. ex-CIA and CIA representatives.
Those guys didn't really do it though. They were just like,
that's just a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
They just happened to be in control at the time, or supposedly in control at the time. But they're just fine with the so-called conspiracy, community blaming those guys. They're like, that's what they were there for. But really, it was going to happen anyway, with or without those guys.
The reason the world is the way it is now, man, is because everybody bought that bullshit, mate. That was it. Mm-hmm. That was the biggest IQ test in the history of the world, and everyone failed.
Yeah. Come on, man, I can't. But the humans are so easy, really easy to like the man with the funny mustache said. You just tell a big enough lie, keep repeating it. Pretty soon it becomes the truth.
George Bush actually said that too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's been going on all this time.
Yeah.
Lie after lie after lie after lie. They
You got to
just
keep
go
repeating the propaganda until it
one
gets in.
lie to
That's
the
the only
next.
way to do it. That's what George Bush said. Just keep repeating it over and over again until it finally sinks in.
And the vast majority of the masses just don't ever question anything.
Yeah.
God damn, how can these people? How many times can this just keep happening and nobody ever questions anything? And if you do, you're crazy.
Yeah. The usual reaction I get,
If
man,
you do question this
when I
ridiculous
try to talk to
shit,
people,
you're out of
if I even think it's even worth mentioning 9/11, man, well, you're not even going to bother on someone who's got no clue. You sort of suss them out a little bit. You
yeah,
learn,
a lot
you
of
learn
people now
to
just don't even
not,
remember it anymore.
yeah,
You know?
you learn not to waste your energy on people who won't care or just not interested at all because they're just brainwashed and lost.
A lot of people that were there at the time are all dead now.
But
Yeah.
And and the whole
yeah, most of
generation
the
of
time if you
people were
try and
too
mention
young
it,
to
man,
remember it.
people just don't want to talk. They just say, I don't care. I'm not interested. Don't want to
There's a
talk about it.
generation of people that were too young to remember. It happened when they
Hey,
were very young, before they were born.
did you guys watch the Jim Brower comedy show? He
No.
talks about, like, I think PK put it up, and he was talking about. It's in the chat anyway, so if you want to, I could even message it to you or something after the show. But they were saying he was saying, he was talking about the coof and everything, and how how it was a lie and all this stuff. He was just openly saying it at a
I think
comedy
I've
show.
seen
And
parts of it.
this
And
guy
he's like
used to be in the
laughing, making
movie.
a big joke, and about making
Yeah,
a joke about the people that took the shot.
yeah.
Oh,
This guy
lie
used to
Oh,
be in
that
the
after
guy.
movie.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
died, didn't
the
he?
guy. He was in Half Baked. You know that movie Half Baked?
Yeah, I know
It's
who
a
he
stoner
is.
movie.
Uh
Yeah,
huh. Yeah. I think
he
I've
was.
seen some of it. I've seen
Or
parts
did
of
he
that
just
routine.
he die or he just had a
Yeah,
stroke? So he had a stroke, didn't he? I don't think he died though.
openly talking about it.
No,
And
he's still Jim Brower's still alive. He's
yeah,
he's I don't know, he's about 50 or something, I think.
he's
But
still alive now. He probably won't be alive
yeah,
much longer.
I don't know, because he might have taken it too, because he had to go travel and everything like that for comedy or something, or I think he might have taken his kids on for a holiday or something. I don't know, but he just openly said it. It's like, how about these last 2 years, and he just let it rip, and I was just literally just almost on the floor laughing about it. It's like. And I just started sending it to all my friends and family just about. That's probably why I got booted from the family group.
So he
Oh
collapsed
no,
on
And
he
like,
collapsed on stage as well, man. Did he just like that woman did? That female comedian.
no,
really?
he's
No, I don't think
he's
so.
still he didn't collapse. He's he might have got it mixed up with someone else maybe, but he was.
I heard about another comedian had a stroke, man, after saying that, talking
Okay.
about talking about the situation.
Yeah, they don't like comedians, man, talking stuff, because comedians can get to people. Comedians can change people's minds. It's
Yeah,
amazing the power that they have, and they know that.
yeah, well,
Comedians can
smart
get away with
comedians,
saying
man.
things that other people can't. You know,
Smart comedians can not
that's
these.
why a lot of them fucking checked out early, because they didn't like what they were saying. I'm surprised George Carlin lived as long as he did. I'll tell you that.
Interesting about that former Japanese prime minister who was supposedly assassinated,
Uh
Abe.
huh.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was standing up. He stood up and spoke out against the LGBT and gay marriage.
Really.
And he said, because he's
Oh, they didn't say that.
Japan's a
I heard
very
that Japan is
traditional.
it's against the law there. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
They're not.
traditional, and they're
They
very,
frown on homosexuality over there.
yeah. And so he come out and just said, talked against all the, that agenda, and then he came out and had a speech. Probably he might have even been talking about that in the speech. I don't know, but yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? They want to silence him, mate. That's what they want for the whole world. And Japan will disappear, man. If they stop having babies, man, there'll be no more Japanese people, man. It's all over, you know.
Yeah, yeah. There's small little Japanese islands there,
Because they're
cut
a
off
proud
from the rest of the world.
they're a proud sovereign country, man, and they don't like foreigners, man. They don't. The only interbreeding with the people from outside of Japan is if you're in the military, you know, and you marry usually military and you marry a Japanese. Like it's very difficult to get Japanese citizenship. You know, they're proud of their race, man. You know, but they're going to be gone if they all turn gay, mate. It's game over. See you later.
Everyone's turning gay. It's the hit thing to do.
Gay. They're turning everyone turning gay. They're really going. They're really pushing on the children, man. That's just big
badly,
time.
Man.
They're turning all the frogs gay.
Yeah, they already did that.
The
Now they're going after the children.
The GMC.
It's not bad enough that we have all these gay frogs. They're going after our kids. When are these fucking people going to end?
It's all the gay frogs.
I think the gay frogs was a test. Yeah.
The gay frogs are in the pot, and the pot's boiling.
They just push it everywhere, man. It's so ridiculous. I mean, it's such an obvious evil agenda, and it's just being pushed everywhere. It's such a great thing. Like Nancy Pelosi went on to this like drag queen fucking show, and she was like, "Oh, I just want to let you guys know how proud we all are of you, and how brave you all are."
So she came out of the closet.
Yeah,
beer in hand.
We just want to tell you how proud we are of you and how beautiful and brave you all are.
Was she holding a bottle of scotch while she was saying it?
Drag queen fucking show.
She needs a new eyebrow stylist. They're getting further and further up her forehead, man.
So yeah, it just goes to show you how just fucking ridiculous it all is. Everything that we were taught is amoral is just fine and dandy now.
Yeah.
You know, when I grew up, you know, it wasn't right. It wasn't right behavior, that kind of shit. You know, it wasn't pushed on our fucking society. You know, we kind of shamed people that were that way, you know, and they belonged in the closet. But, you know, now it's...
Yeah, it's the other way around.
I don't know, man. I think
now it's totally done a 180.
It's been a slow burn, man. You know, it's been gradually encouraged and introduced and accepted.
It's taken a long time to get to this point, but like I say, like everything else, it's ratcheting up. It's getting back.
Now they're forcing it down our throats.
As time goes on,
we don't want it forced down our throat. I don't like anything forced down my throat.
No pun intended. Oh, that joke never gets old. Oh God. Yeah, shit.
Just... You know, if everything, you know, if we didn't know what we know and we couldn't see the agenda, right, and we were a normie, even if you were a normie and you believed everything that's going on, and you believe in equality and let people do what they want, and they should be able to marry whoever they like. Yeah,
I don't care, but when you're pushing it on children,
yeah, but we don't have to educate our children that way either. You know, it's not necessary.
Obviously, it's an evil agenda. That's all I can say. It's obviously,
I think I might go and marry a tree. Maybe that might be a good idea.
Yeah, there's all kinds of that kind of shit too.
Inanimate objects.
Whatever you relate as, you know, whatever you identify.
You can marry whatever you like now.
And if you
you can identify as a refrigerator now. I identify as a refrigerator.
Yeah,
put food in me.
I'm a bar fridge. I'm a bar fridge full of nice beer, mate.
Yeah, keep cool. Keep cool.
I like to keep my cool. I'm a refrigerator.
You got to. Yeah, I kept my cool the past 2 years, so I identify the fridge.
Or, you know, A gay person could say that and say, that's why I like to have so much meat stuck in me. Oh, that's fucking wrong.
That was a good one.
Yeah, the gay freezer. The gay freezer says, "No, not sausages again."
No more hot dogs.
You know what a gay horse eats? Hey,
Nay.
hey.
That's a good one. I'm gonna use it.
Like, hey. The way my buddy Donnie told it to me, I fucking died laughing. The way he said, "Hey."
Yeah.
Like, oh man. It's the simple jokes like that that are the best.
You get in trouble even for saying a gay joke.
I thought of one the other day. Now I can't remember it. It was a real simple joke.
People
funny.
willingly.
You got to write those jokes down.
People willingly participating in their own destruction, man, by every means possible, man. Everyone just goes along with the program, you know.
Yeah, it's how the human race was genetically engineered to do that. Seems because they
calcifying it.
You got to if you're gonna genetically engineer a slave race, it's good to put that in the program to where they're easily controlled. You know, you want them to be smart, but not too smart.
One thing I know, I'm pretty sure of, man, is that
for themselves.
When it comes to engineering the human race, you know, my connection with that, man, and my way of thinking that makes sense that did happen at some stage, man. I think we were already here. I don't think we weren't created to be a slave race. I think we were, in my opinion, we were engineered, you know, to be a certain way and more, you know, the fight or flight tendencies that we have, man, and we've got a reptilian complex, the R complex, right, in our brain, right, the fight or flight, right. I think, you know, that was engineered into us as well, because we're not animals. We're soulful creatures, man. You know, and we're spirits.
Having
spirits
emotion,
inhabiting a human form, all right.
Possibly emotion, which is they use emotion against us.
And also, but the big point, man, is that we never, you know, they tell us that we were evolved from monkeys, right? And they also tell us that people have Rh positive blood, right? So they've got the rhesus, they call it the rhesus monkey gene, right, in our blood. People that have got it, I don't have it. I'm a negative. But I believe the original people, right, had never had that in their blood, man. It was never part of our DNA. I believe it was added, man. That's what I think.
Yes, along with monkeypox.
Yeah, along with the monkeypox. Yeah.
But no, yeah, definitely, you know, very similar to primates.
Even the fluoridated water, right? Fluoridated toothpaste, fluoridated water, poisons and all that in the air, in our food, in everything, right? That calcifies the pineal gland.
That's true. Yeah, that's right.
So you're not going to dream. You're not going to think logically about things, or it doesn't put you into deep thought.
They put fluoride and Prozac. That's another one, man. They put a lot of that. Well, that's in the water supply, and it's also in our food, man.
Fluoride free, man.
As well. So everything you eat, drink's got fluoride in it.
Yeah. Even the plants, even the natural stuff that, you know, even if you go to a farmer's market or something, still have
fluoride in it.
Know,
being watered with fluoridated water, mate.
Yeah, and sprayed chemicals and all that. So.
And sprayed the chemicals, the Monsanto, the Roundup, all that.
Can't get away from it, man.
Glyphosates, man. Yeah. Which cause cancer, which keeps the medical industry
we could have been without all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why they say, "Oh, eat healthier food." It's like, well, it doesn't matter anymore. Just eat whatever you got.
You feel the hunger pain. That's all that matters.
Yeah, just eat the best you can. But it's like, you know, when you really think about it, it's like, well, what's really probably the only thing that's worth eating probably would be seaweed. That's probably the only thing that's been untouched, really. Seaweed.
It's meant to be
a lot of
healthy,
people eat it.
really healthy for you too, man.
Hawaiians
It's high
love
in
it.
calcium, isn't it? And vitamins.
I don't know.
Calcium and vitamins. Isn't it?
It's high in a lot of vitamins, but yeah.
Seafood's the
that.
best. I think they want us to believe that they destroyed the ocean with, the Fukushima thing.
Yeah, that was.
I haven't seen any. Where's all these horrible,
three-headed fish? Where's the three-headed fish? Where's the three-headed fish?
Yeah, I'm still haven't found one of those.
It's going to
only
kill
on the
the
Simpsons.
whole Pacific Ocean. That's all fucking bullshit.
Blinky the fish.
It's never going to kill the whole fucking Pacific Ocean, man. They're just, and most people just love to believe that shit. Just love to believe in that fucking that nuclear energy, man. I got my big time questions about it. I think the whole thing has been a hoax all along.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to talk about that. It's crazy to talk about. You don't believe that they really nuked those places in Japan? God, if you don't believe that, it's like blasphemy. I swear. Even some of the smartest people I know, they swear up and down that that's
only the wooden buildings, only the wooden structures were destroyed, not the ones made out of bricks. But.
Yeah, a lot of really smart people still totally believe that the nuclear is real and that we're still under threat of it. We got way worse fucking threats than nuclear.
They would have pushed
still
the
biggest one,
already.
man. But I think climate change is running a close second.
They use it to keep people scared to death. It's so obvious, and to perpetuate this Cold War and shit like that.
Yeah,
and it's just real. They just love the people to be constantly in a state of fear.
That's another conversation I had too. Was about Ukraine. I said, have you noticed all of the? I just brought it up in. I don't know. We were talking about petrol prices, and then I was saying, they blame everything on Russia. Everything's going up because of Russia, because of the war in Ukraine. I said, have you ever noticed how all of these celebrities and world leaders are just casually strolling through the fucking front lines in the middle of the war zone, surrounded by fucking photographers and fucking journalists from all over the world, and no one seems to give a shit? I said, Bono's been there, Madonna, Sean Penn, fucking every world leader, Elbow's been there, fucking.
I was singing.
There's no talk about. I never hear him talk about when any possible end to it. There's no talks about
So I said that to this guy
whatsoever.
This is this same guy that I was working with, man. He said, so you don't think that's the war in Ukraine's real either? Oh God! He said COVID's not real.
You're really out of your fucking mind, aren't you?
Oh mate,
we are living in the idiocracy, demise here.
You like to drink water from the toilet?
Like from the toilet?
It's got electrolyte.
You mean like in the toilet?
You mean like in the toilet? I done my university degree here. What, at Costco? It was Walmart or Costco. It's like, yeah, Costco. It's like, you done your university degree here? Yeah, Costco.
yeah, I was lucky I could get in there. Because, my dad knew somebody. He's like, the only reason why I got in there is because his dad knew somebody.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Yeah, that movie was very telling, man.
Mike Judge,
we've arrived, man.
He's a genius.
The bus has nearly pulled up at the Idiocracy station, man. We're right there. We're nearly there. We're just about there.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I like the part where the guy's like, hey, me and some of the guys are wondering if we went family style on her. He's like, not right now, maybe later. We got
Shut up, man. I'm watching Alma.
I'm beaten.
I'm beaten. Yeah.
Watching Alma balls.
Yeah,
and all the stupid advertisements, man. I can't even remember half of them, but all like on the big jumbotrons, all these really dumb adverts, man. Remember that shit?
Yeah, I vaguely remember that movie.
Yeah.
And at the start, when that hillbilly's like pushing out like 15 kids, and these this smart couples like mid-30s, they're they're trying to knuckle down and save for the future, and they
That's
can't
right
even,
at the start of the movie, man. All that, yeah, the interviews.
and
All the
they're
stupid
having,
people were
they're having
breeding.
problems. They're having problems falling pregnant, and or conceiving, and it was a bit of a hard slog for them, and it was all too easy for the poor people just to reproduce, or the not the poor people, but the stupid people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, only the stupid people were reproducing. That's right. The smart ones weren't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
it's
a pretty
true
good-
now. Like every stupid person there is reproducing. I don't have a wife and kids, and it's like we're.
But you know what? That movie was really pushing the depopulation agenda in a
Yeah.
hilarious way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they go on like virtual holidays, man, where they sat in a room and they were
No,
in like rainforest and fucking then they were at the
not that
beach and
movie.
fucking on holiday, man, with all the sounds and the lights and fucking.
That
I
was
think
like
that
in
might have
Star
been.
Trek.
Was it? I can't
Star
remember.
Trek had the holodeck. We could go in
Well, I'm
there
pretty
and
sure they had something
live
like
any
that in
fucking
Idiocracy,
fantasy.
didn't they? Didn't they people have virtual holidays? I'm not
Not
thinking
I
of
don't
a
know.
different
It
Not
movie.
might have been an
Idiocracy.
advertising. It might have been an
Yeah.
advertisement for it. I can't remember.
Might have been an ad, maybe. Yeah, maybe it was an ad in the movie.
Maybe there was what was that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he goes to Mars?
That
Total
might be what I'm
Recall.
thinking of, man.
Total
That might be-
Recall.
What's that? Total Recall. Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
movie
Total
too.
Recall.
I loved it.
That might be what I'm thinking of, man. Actually.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Total Recall. Yeah, that was a brilliant.
A lot of predictive programming in that movie, huh?
Yeah, very sci-fi. I like the sci-fi action films.
Yeah, that was a good
That's
one.
because they're all on Mars, aren't they?
I
And they
enjoyed
can't
that
fucking
one,
go
Total
anywhere because they're
Recall.
all fucking trapped in a bubble. So they got to fucking have virtual holidays like they're back on Earth. Yeah.
I used to really be
that's
a fan
that's
of
like what they
Arnold.
want to do here now.
I used to be a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now I fucking hate his guts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit of a douche.
Get
He's
to
a bit
the
of a douche.
chopper.
But get to the
After he-
chopper. Oh,
If you want
After
to
he said,
leave.
"To hell with your rights,
Yeah, he
hell
did.
yeah, I
with
didn't
your
like when he
rights,
said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
your rights."
They're
To
all
hell
on the
with your
same
rights.
team, man. I mean,
Get to the
fucking
chopper.
how many? I
I'll be
could go
back.
through a list of celebrities and musicians that I used to really love, man. I've got no respect for anymore.
They all showed their true colors.
It's not
the
a
last
long
couple
list.
years.
There wasn't that many, but yeah.
Quite a few of them. But
It makes it hard to listen to their music anymore. You kind of, or even their movies. It's like what's
that's why I
their
don't even like to watch South Park anymore. Even as much as I like South Park, man.
Yeah,
when they
I
came out
always
with
just.
the pandemic special, and then they came
I
out with
only
the
go up
vaccination
to
special.
season.
Those two episodes pissed me off, man. That was a
Yeah.
time of my
Only go
life when I was fucking pissed off at the world, anyways, for good reason.
Yeah.
Season 6 is where I draw the line. I don't go any further than that. South Park.
Like, dude, who they're like season 27 now or some shit, or it's
I
like
think so.
22 or something or 23.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched it for years, man. Well, I'm way
No,
up.
yeah, it started
way up.
like in like 1997 or 98 or something. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
season 25.
Yeah, it's around that time, man. Yeah.
That was a good time in the late 90s. It was a good time to be alive, late 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, the good old days.
Oh, the good old days.
The
The
roaring
good old days of
90s.
2019.
The big 90s.
The naughty
Everything
90s,
was big.
we call them.
Everything was big. Even you had big pants as well, puffy pants.
All the girls had
Pants.
big butts and big
Can't
boobs.
touch this. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. Can't touch this.
Can't touch it.
Oh,
It
big
was,
pants.
it was an age. It was the golden
MC
age.
Hammer, man, he had some
MC
big pants.
Hammer.
MC Hammer had some big pants.
Hammer time.
He's-
Hammer
Man, no
time.
one could dance like Hammer, dude. That dude could fucking dance. But that's the only thing he was known for. Do, 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 do.
That was about it, wasn't it?
He stole
And,
that
and beating up his partner.
and then being a crackhead, yeah. And yeah. But
Who was that?
because he made like a cajillion dollars off that fucking song.
Who was he married to?
And-
Wasn't he
and
the one who was beating up his?
It wasn't that the riff was from not James Brown, but Rick James.
Oh
Rick
yeah,
James.
Rick James. I only know about him
Rick
from Eddie
James.
Murphy, man. Otherwise, I wouldn't have heard of him.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Rick James, bitch. Charlie Murphy.
The way that Dave Chappelle does it. I'm Rick James, bitch.
Rick James.
Rick James, bitch.
I like when Dave Chappelle played Prince. You ever see that episode?
I haven't seen that one. I want to see that one. I haven't.
Oh my god, it's so funny. That's one of the
I'll watch
it. And he fucking beat Prince and the Revolution. Just beat up all these fucking street black dudes. You know, like Charlie Murphy and his boys.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you think you can beat us in basketball? Oh. Fucking Prince just fucked him up.
Get your feet off my couch, nigga.
Yeah, I think you can look it up on YouTube. Prince playing basketball against Charlie Murphy.
I heard about that.
So fucking funny. Oh, I can't remember everything he says, but it's hilarious.
He wasn't the tallest fella. He wasn't the tallest fella in the world.
Dave Chappelle was so funny. I often talk about Dave Chappelle and like what happened to that guy. I mean, he's still funny, but he seems like a different person. You know?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't seem. It seems like a totally different person. It's weird. For one, he used to be a skinny ass beanpole, and now he's fucking buff.
Didn't he run away to
like
Africa?
The Mandela effect happened to him.
Didn't he disappear and go to Africa, man? And then when he came back, he was different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he went and took a bunch of steroids and lifted some weights, came back, and all of a sudden he had all this muscles and big. He was all beefed up. It's kind of weird.
I remember he had an interview with he was on a late night show, man. He had an interview with fucking someone like Jay Leno or whatever it was. No, it wouldn't have been Jay Leno. It would have been the one who just retired not long ago. The late night show.
Jay Leno.
David Letterman.
David Letterman.
David Letterman.
That's
Letterman.
And you remember that interview?
With him, with Dave Chappelle?
With Dave Chappelle, yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah, maybe I've seen parts of it. So where Dave Chappelle
talking about it,
how the whole system is sick or whatever.
He's talking about how bad things really are and fucking.
Yeah. And then he just kind of disappeared after that.
Right? That's when he disappeared after that.
And he didn't renew his contract for the Dave Chappelle the Chappelle show.
Right.
He could have got like $50 million per season or some shit, and he turned it down.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's all well documented. I turned down all that money. Walked away from it.
They sent him to Africa for re-education.
They probably killed him before he just killed him.
What happened to Dave? What did they do with the real Dave?
Some people think that, man.
He's cloned
people
or a
think
bot.
It's a completely different person. Man.
I don't know if it could be a bot. I don't think. Possibly, who knows? They might have robots that are that sophisticated that we don't know.
What about these these reptiloids that are going around and they've got the what was that guy Albert Bourlaug or something? The Pfizer guy, and you look at it looks like he looks like he swallows like a frog.
Yeah, he's weird as
smells like a frog.
It looks like it's cut or something. So it looks like he's got a mask on, or he's a reptiloid or something like that.
Yeah.
Go watch The
Simpsons. For sure.
Go watch The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, where they got Bill Clinton and all that. Homer gets abducted by aliens with Bill Clinton, and he shows the aliens who they are. He pulls off their heads, and shows they're really reptiloids from the planet Sul or whatever,
Yeah, I remember that vaguely.
Yeah. So
that was that the Simpsons movie? Or was the movie? Yeah.
It was a special. It was like a Treehouse of Horror Halloween special. It was done in the mid-90s.
That was a great episode, man. I saw that when it first came out.
When I was young, I used to like watch it when I was a kid, just religiously, just about. So I knew about this. Man, I knew about this when I was 6 years old, man. What their plans were. So roughly, I was only a kid, so I didn't know.
Way ahead of the curve.
Yeah, but then people just think, "Oh no, you're crazy. You shouldn't be thinking that." but I resisted.
You're disturbing my apple carts. God damn it!
Big crow.
Yeah, you must get
Trying
a
to
lot
get
of
some
crows.
sunshine,
It's
mate.
good comedy. That's all. You're just
Thanks,
reading
mate.
too much into it. It's just jokes. It's just jokes. Is that a cockatoo?
That's a crow.
Crow.
That's crow.
I thought it was your bird.
Nah. I don't see many crows, man, but yeah, they're around.
Shit, man. That's crows run my fucking neighborhood.
I see a lot of magpies around my neighbourhood.
More magpies.
They're a lot like crows.
I've got pigeons, man. My joint's in. Got pigeons coming out of my ass. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
magpies are
pigeons.
scavengers too. Yeah, they'll eat anything.
They're always trying to sneak into the garage to eat the dog food, man. I'm on guard.
I've left dog food out, and magpies will eat it.
Yeah.
I seen some rosellas the other day. I was walking down just locally, and I've seen some rosellas. I'm like, fuck. They literally just came at me. I'm like, fuck.
That's a sign, man. That's God talking to you, man. I've seen it here, man, in my backyard. They just landed right in front of me, man. Like, wow, that's fucking beautiful, man.
Interesting.
They're the most beautiful birds.
But they never. I've never seen them. I've
every
seen like
color
the
of the
pink
rainbow,
cockatoos.
man. They're rainbow birds.
I've seen pink cockatoos, but I've never seen them in my area. They're more like got to go up in the forest or the bush or
pink cockatoos, yeah. No?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the rosellas. Rosellas are usually up.
Oh, rosellas, yeah. No, they're rare, man. I see them, but very rarely.
I'm not going to make a joke about saying I've seen a cockatoo.
Seen a cockatoo? That was part of a routine, man.
I walked into that
called
one.
Ostentatious. It was called Australiana, man.
I walked into that one.
Classic Australian stand-up comedy skit, and it's
Why did they name that bird that?
It's like a song, man. It's like a song, but it's more like a rap. It's a rap, but without a beat. There's no beat. And he names every town, every place in Australia of any significance, and he uses it all to make like a story, And it was comedy gold, man, back in the 80s. Australiana, by Ostentatious, AustenTayshus. He was a stand-up comedian, man, in the 80s. He's good.
Yeah.
That became Aussie folklore. That nearly became the national anthem, man. Everybody was playing it everywhere you went. Everyone knew the words. It was like...
That was bigger than Men at Work at the time.
It was huge, man. I think it went to number one, man. I don't know. In Australia, I'm pretty sure it went to number one on the music fucking billboards. Yeah.
I would have been born around that time. I was born in the mid-'80s, so didn't really
I think
expect time in the 80s.
Would have been like 84 or 85, man, around there.
Yeah, I was born.
Amazing how a lot of that music is still listened to this day.
What's that?
Amazing how a lot of that music, people still listen to it. Music from the 80s, 60s, 50s, 70s. I guess good music is timeless.
It's comedy gold, man. It's like Eddie Murphy's, Delirious. It's that good.
Mm-hmm. It's timeless.
Timeless. Yeah.
Like good music itself.
Yeah, it's not even a song, man. It's just a story.
But the music, everybody says the music made today is all crap. There's some good music being made, but you just never hear it.
There's a little bit of good music in there, not much.
There's some good music being made today, but you don't.
I'm trying to remember some. All they play is crap. I'm trying to remember some lines from it. Yeah.
All you hear in the movies and on the radio and on TV is all garbage. They don't want you to hear any good music.
I think the start of it's something like I was sitting at home and the phone rang. It was me mate something, and then he said, I said to me missus, I said, "You want to go? He's having a barbecue. You want to go?" And she said, "I'll go with dingoes." And then it fucking goes on, and it sort of, uses he goes, I walked into the party, you wouldn't believe it. Warra was sitting there plaiting her puss. Right? And then oh man! And,
you have to
someone
understand
else, someone was trying to mount Isa, and fucking. Oh yeah, that's right. He said, I'll probably go to the party. Veggie might come too. Fucking all these fucking everything's got Australian connotations, man, all through the whole thing.
Oh, these are Australian jokes. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's right. We were gonna fucking we're gonna have a session. Got to the party, at the back. Everyone was hanging around. We thought we were gonna have a session. You wouldn't believe it. The bong was broken. So I said, "Would a didgeridoo?" And he said, maybe it'll have to.
What a didgeridoo.
That's the sound of didgeridoo.
That's a great fucking instrument.
Yeah.
I've heard that before, yeah. Ron Earhart says, guys, I know you are getting more views than they are saying, because your content is on point.
Ron.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Ron. You're the best.
They got these two guys on, man. We can talk about some interesting topics.
Eric's got the Iron Maiden t-shirt on. It's good t-shirt. I like that t-shirt.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites, man. Eddie playing the bass.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like Steve Harris pose. Pretty sick. That's how Steve Harris plays a lot, like in that position. Yeah.
Eddie the Skeleton, I think. Yeah. Isn't that it? Eddie the Skeleton.
Eddie, it's just Eddie. They used to call him the head. They used to call him Heady, but because it was just like a head on stage. At first, it was just like this big head on the stage.
No, it's just a head.
Heady, but to the British, Heady sounds like Eddie.
Yeah.
They don't pronounce their H's, so it just became Eddie, which really meant heady. Eddie the Head. And then it evolved into this guy, this artist that made Derek Riggs. He had made some drawings of Eddie that Steve Harris, I guess, or somebody saw it and said, "Yeah, we want to have that."
Made into a big puppet there, man. It's a puppet that fucking moves around on the stage.
Character on our album cover, and that's how it kind of started. Yeah. He's just as big as the band, He's probably more famous than the band itself. The image of Eddie is probably more famous than Iron Maiden's music. It's such an iconic character. I mean, it's like it's such a well-drawn demon. I think a lot of people have seen this demon before. That's why so many people can relate with it. It's like collective.
I think they were really trying to warn us, man. I think Iron Maiden, they were demonized and said that they were, devil worshippers.
A lot of their album covers is like Eddie fighting against the devil.
Yeah, I think they were warning us about the future, man.
Like that one where he fucking cuts the devil's head off and he's like holding in his hand. Yeah. I love that one.
I remember when I actually paid attention to the words in "Run to the Hills," man. If you listen to that, I mean, that's what's happened throughout history, man. And white man came across the sea, bringing pain and misery.
Brings pain and misery everywhere he goes, don't he?
Yeah.
All right. 2 minutes to midnight. 2 minutes to midnight.
That's a good song too, man. Yeah, that's a good song.
That's about the nuclear threat.
Yeah.
We're all supposed to believe is real. The hands
that would have come out in the 80s, man, for sure. That song. Yeah.
That was off the Power Slave album. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I saw that tour. Like I saw.
I'll just show you the backyard here. So it's a bit messy, but
Oh, you got a bit of a garden there, man. That's all right.
Wow, that's not bad.
That's good.
That looks nice and tidy.
Oh, still a little bit messy.
The dog's doing well. The dog is outside right now. He's over hanging out with the neighbors, I think. But I got to bring him to work. I got to do something with him next week because my person that watches him is going out of town for the week.
That's pretty standard yard size for any new house now, Eric. That's about as much as you get. You might get a little bit more than that with a house, because Aussie's you're in a townhouse, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like a townhouse. It's not too bad.
So it's not bad for like one person. It's plenty of space, but
for
it's
a
not
small,
really good for. You can't use it to grow food much, really. I guess you can grow some.
You
Yeah,
don't
well,
get much more. Even if you buy a full size house, man, you don't get much more than land than that.
The only thing that's
But yeah, the dog's doing great. Thanks for asking.
What are you growing, man?
just cabbage, but it seems to be like this stuff here. Yeah, see this stuff here. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I might even just blend it and make I don't know, like a you put in a blender, you put a bit of olive oil in it, you make pesto or something. So I don't even know what it is, but
is it?
I think it's just like it's edible.
Cilantro.
Might be cilantro or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it could
I
be.
love cilantro. So delicious.
I don't know. It could even just be like a
pesto is good, man. I like pesto.
Don't they put isn't it like isn't that made with cilantro pesto?
I think so. I can't remember.
I don't know. Something green.
A lot of things. All my herbs died. Just mysteriously, I don't even know why, but some of them have.
I imagine you have an idea.
Could be a couple of things.
Yeah.
Getting sprayed
I think you told me before what you think is killing your plants.
Wi-Fi and 5G phone towers, all those things don't help.
Yeah, it could be. Spraying my dog. I've seen a what is it, a plane fly past the other day. I done a video of it on YouTube, right? But you can't see the spray. It's like invisible, and then because the plane was up so high, I was struggling to get a decent shot of the plane. So, and yeah, it literally, like the chemtrails now, they don't last in the air as long now. The aerosol doesn't last long because they probably thought, oh yeah, people are waking up now, right? But you can see it for like 2 seconds. It lingers for 2 seconds and then it dissipates.
I've heard about that.
They've got different types, man, for sure.
It just disappears. Yeah, they've got different. I think they've got lots of different kinds.
Yeah,
just a hunch.
I've seen the strangest shit I've ever seen, man. Like right in front of me, over a period of about half an hour, man. I saw a vertical line of chemical in the sky rotate, right, 90 degrees, and then spread out and turn into a cloud, and it just got bigger and bigger, and just got like within half an hour. I watched it happen right in front of me, man.
Turn right into
that's what happens.
It's like nanotechnology, man. There was no wind, man. I watch this happen, man. It's just like
you're just imagining things, Pieman.
That's just not possible.
I've seen that. I've seen that on some YouTube videos as well. But when that happened, right? Like, because I went over to my parents' place, right, and then I walked back because I walked there and walked back, and then as I was walking back, it was like a day like today. It was just like no cloud in the sky, sunny.
Yeah, it's
right?
looking nice here.
Within a matter of hours, right, like 2 hours, it was cloudy. It was about to rain. It was just really shit, you know. And I'm like, all right, man. Like, and it was just one chemi that did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
So who knows?
I mean,
it can happen naturally, but yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I know in my memory, man, going back through the years, when I remember, what I remember about weather formations, and you know, they didn't just appear out of nowhere. You know what I mean? There's usually a wind. The wind would bring the storm in, you know, and it'd fucking blow across, and the clouds would get darker and bigger, and they'd turn into dark clouds, and they knew it was going to rain. Now they just appear out of nowhere, and they're not even dark clouds, and it'll just pour down, man. There's not even hardly any clouds up there.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense anymore, man. None of it's natural.
And I guess there's a place called Lake Mead over by Las Vegas. It's like one of the main reservoirs for the Western United States, pretty much.
Yeah, I heard someone just said that before, man, on a chat I was in before.
Yeah, I used to go there when I was a kid, man. To go water skiing and shit. It's fucking jet skiing and stuff, man.
It's empty,
huge,
man. Yeah.
Huge, like almost like an inland ocean.
Yeah.
I used to go there like back in like the late '80s, early '90s. Man, it was beautiful back then, but there was still maybe 10, 20 feet that was calcified and shit. It already started drying up.
Yeah.
I think it rained real hard in like the late '90s and shit. It filled it back up mostly. But since then, man, it's just been constantly, going down to where it is now.
I went over there. I went over there in 2019. We done a helicopter flight over there in 2019, and it was pretty dry, Lake Mead. So
it's a huge lake, but it's drying up real fast now.
We went. It's near the Hoover Dam, yeah. The Hoover Dam. We went.
The Hoover Dam creates it. The Hoover Dam creates Lake Mead. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there, man. I used to live there in Las Vegas, so yeah.
Yeah, right.
In California, we used to go out there for vacation, out to Lake Mead and go.
So you think they're holding the water back from the Hoover Dam so that the lake fucking dries out? There's got to be water in the Hoover Dam.
I think it's a combination of they're drying out the area and releasing the water more than they should. I don't know.
Well, what about when they released the water from the mountains into the oceans? Or was that?
It hasn't been that dry here. When they released the water from the mountains to in California, they got to do that shit because those, to get real rainy seasons, man, those reservoirs will overflow and shit.
Yeah.
So you got to constantly.
They could truck that water out to somewhere else. They could, put it into.
Yeah, no, that never happens.
That would be the smart thing to do. That'd be the smart thing.
Seems to me like they purposely built these giant communities out in the desert just to.
Well, the same thing's happening here, Ozzy. We've had floods in Queensland. Now we've got floods in New South Wales. There's still parts of Australia that are in drought.
There's movies there's quite a few movies that show Vegas as a fucking, a post-apocalyptic wasteland. All the people are
Vegas,
gone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And like all the statues and all the fucking buildings are all crumbled down, and like the Statue of Liberty's there, with like fucking all covered in sand.
Yeah.
And there's no people anywhere. They put that in the movies already. Yeah. It's a pretty hostile environment, man. Without water,
man. Fuck if you haven't got electricity, man, or fucking conveniences, you're gonna die in the desert.
You're gonna fucking die. Yeah, if you don't have a way to regulate your body temperature out there, you in trouble.
When I went over there, it was quite hot when I went over there. So I'd be on day trips and just walking out in the sun all day, and it was just. Like you go through some of the casinos there, and it was just heaven trying to get through the casinos because they just had air conditioning.
They keep them freezing cold inside the casino. It's like walking into a refrigerator from an oven.
Yeah, it was a good place. I liked it. It was just it was a bit weird, but
I used to like Vegas, man. Now I just.
I'd say like years ago, man, I would have been on my list as one of the things to go and see if I ever went to America, but.
I would not never.
The last few years, man. I couldn't.
It's not interested at all. Tacky.
It's like the devil's asshole
in my life.
It's like the devil's asshole. I got no interest. I don't get
assholes there.
I don't even want to go to the casino here, man. I stopped going there years ago, man. Fuck that shit.
It's pretty tacky over there. A lot of these places where the major tourist spots was where I went. So. I wanted to go to, the.
Did you see the Luxor Hotel?
Yeah, I seen that. Took a few photos of that. The pyramid and the. Oh yeah, apparently that was cursed when it was first built.
A lot of people died building that thing. I know for a fact. My uncle actually worked on it.
Wow.
I was living there in Vegas when it was being built.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I never worked on it, but yeah, quite a few people, and one whole floor collapsed on this one section and killed like 13 or 14 people or something. Maybe it was 13. Yeah, they like those.
Yeah, I
They
heard
like
about
the number
that.
13.
I read about that somewhere. Yeah, it was crazy, man.
And another person. It was like a bucket full of concrete, right? Which is like a big fucking
Heavy
where
work.
they fill it up with concrete and they lift it up the building to pour it
Oh, yeah.
somewhere, and it fucking
Collapse.
broke and fucking fell on this guy, just
Oh,
smashed him like a fucking bug. Like God, dude. Just imagine what that much weight falling on you. It's just nothing left of you, man.
yeah. I didn't stay
You are
there.
you are liquefied pretty much.
I stayed at where was it? You know where Elvis used to live? What was that? Well, it was like they
Graceland.
used to call it. No, they used to call it the Hilton in Las Vegas. That's where I stayed in Las Vegas.
Oh, Elvis,
They
when Elvis
called
was in
it
Vegas,
the
he
Westgate.
probably had
You
his
know the
own
Westgate.
hotel.
Westgate
He was
Hotel.
busy marrying people on the strip.
It was called the Westgate Hotel. You know the Westgate Hotel, Eric?
Uh-uh.
Hotel Westgate.
There's a
Westgate
lot of
Hotel.
hotels in Vegas.
This one was called the Westgate Hotel.
Westgate.
Westgate,
I thought
yeah.
you said Westco. Westgate. I'm not sure if I heard of the Westgate either.
Well, it's kind of north of Las Vegas, so it's like northeast or something, kind of out of the way. That's where I stayed in Las Vegas. It used to be called the Hilton.
Okay.
In,
It's probably been
and
built.
Elvis,
It's probably been built after I
Elvis,
lived in Vegas. I haven't been there in a long
yeah.
time.
But
Since the 90s.
Elvis used to live there. Apparently, it used to be called the Hilton in the '60s or something, or '70s.
Yeah.
So it's all Elvis.
Didn't Howard Hughes live there for a while?
What's that?
Didn't Howard Hughes live in a hotel in Vegas for a while?
I don't know. I don't even know. Who's Howard Hughes?
Howard Hughes? He was this
Yeah.
famous rich guy.
Oh,
from
yeah, Howard
back in
Hughes,
the
yeah,
day.
yeah.
He was a famous rich guy from like in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. He built the Spruce Goose,
Business mogul. Wasn't he?
giant wooden fucking airplane back in the
Yeah.
day.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he was a famous eccentric rich guy here in the United States.
Yeah. The richest man in America at the time, man.
Very famous here.
Yeah.
I've heard of the Spruce
The Bill
Moose,
Gates
but
of
it's
the day.
only because
They made a movie about him. They made a
I heard-
movie
I
about
heard
him
of this-
starring Leo DiCaprio. For
Yeah, I
fuck's
watched
sake.
the
I heard
movie,
of
man. Yeah, I watched the
I've
movie.
heard of the Spruce Moose only because of Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. He goes,
Spruce
"Get in the
Goose?
Spruce Moose." Spruce Moose.
Goose. Yeah, they call it
Yeah,
the moose, but
The Spruce Goose. That's
The air-
it.
the world's largest wooden
Well,
airplane. They flew once, from what I heard. The story goes. And had to
He
take
locked
off and
himself-
land on water.
Yeah, he locked himself into a room, man, for like the last 5 years of his life or something. Didn't he? He never cut his fingernails or his hair.
He was like
or
a
fucking
germaphobe.
shaved.
He's a complete germaphobe.
Oh, but that's the Simpsons done that as well because Mr. Burns done that, right? He became a
Yeah,
complete
he became like
germaphobe.
Howard Hughes. Yes.
Yeah.
He went crazy.
Yeah, but I think they were parodying that guy.
A
like you said,
recluse.
that
A
new guy.
recluse is the term for it.
And he
man,
looked
yeah.
at the unwashed masses are dirty
Yeah.
and filthy and dangerous.
He just sat in a room drinking, watching fucking
like
movies.
Predictive programming,
It's kind of like what I've been doing lately, just watching Batman movies.
Yeah.
Fucking man. No, I can't.
There's a lot of predictive programming in the Tim Burton Batman films, like Batman
Sure.
Returns, Batman.
That's the interesting thing about movies is you can see so much. It's all there to tell you what their true intentions. For
Oh, the
world.
Dark Knight Rising. Are you talking about that one?
No, I was watching the old stuff because I got a freebie through Paramount, so I've just been watching Beavis and Butthead, and then
Like
I was watching a few
like
other.
the original Batman movie with Michael Keaton.
Oh, yeah, Michael Keaton, yeah.
And Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Yeah, the first
Jack
one.
Nicholson is- Yeah.
He was an interesting
And,
version of the Joker.
And
More like the comic
Batman,
books or the cartoon character.
Batman Forever, you had Catwoman and the Penguin. Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Uh-huh. Danny DeVito was good as the Penguin.
Yeah, he was great.
I went to Movie World, man, just after the Batman movie with the big, the Batmobile, the big one with fucking all the monster truck wheels and shit on it.
Yeah,
and they had a Batman ride, man. It was that year, early in the early
I
90s.
remember I vaguely remember the Batman ride. I never went though.
No.
Yeah.
Jorgen Becker, nice to see you. It was the Star Trek Hilton. They had all the conventions there. Yeah, I heard that out there in Lake Mead. Speaking of Vegas, yeah, they're actually drilling down deep into the earth to catch all the water from Lake Mead that's going underground, to get the underground.
Yeah, that
water
one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I'll just show you. Yeah. Fucking.
They spent like $1
What
billion
was it called? The Tumbler.
drilling down into Lake Mead.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
The Tumbler. Just trying to get it in on there.
Yeah. It was even in Street Machine magazine, man, back in the day.
That's a nice Batmobile, man.
Someone made one. That's right. Somebody in Australia, they made a replica. That's right. Yeah.
I got a Batmobile and a Batman that some kid left here years ago.
It's a bit scratched though, because I scratched it up when I was a
probably
kid.
left it here.
You played with it too much, man. You wore all the paint off.
Some kid that was here years ago and just.
No, you know what I used to do? I used to go put it in my mouth. I would have been young back then, so I would have been. Yeah.
A lot of those old toys, man, they're worth money.
Yeah, I know. Even that one's probably worth a bit, but like it'd be good to spruce it up a bit. Maybe just
I mean, they're not worth much.
Get some.
The people
I used to have.
Just spray paint it.
I used to have a full steel Batmobile, man, based off the original Batmobile, man. It was a wind-up one.
The original one.
Yeah, wind-up one, man. It was
ones.
solid steel, man, and it had a flashing red light on the roof, It was a Thunderbird one.
That's the only Batmobiles, the original Batmobile from the 1960s movie TV show.
Yeah, man. You just wind it up, man, put it on the floor, and it'd just smash into everything, and it'd just keep going.
Cool. All these fancy Batmobiles that they have in the future are they're not as cool as the original one, man. No matter how technologically advanced they are, they can do all these things. It's almost like a James Bond car.
Hey, that's it, man.
It has magical powers, like almost as famous as Batman himself. The Batmobile. Part of it.
I loved Batman when I was a kid, man. I loved Batman.
Everything he had was the bat this and the bat that.
Yeah. bat.
To the Bat Cave. My Batarang.
Yeah, the Batarang, the Bat Phone.
My Bat Belt.
Fucking bat everything.
See you next time on this Bat channel at the same Bat time.
Yeah, same Bat time, same Bat channel.
Yeah.
And every time there's a fight, man, there's always like cartoon pictures of someone getting punched in the face, and it's like,
that's what hooked me as a kid. Those cartoon parts. That's what got your attention when you were like 4 or 5 years old. The opening sequence was the money shot, man. That's what got the kids interested. Batman.
That's it.
We had a whole song that went to it. Swinging on a rubber band, saw the boogeyman, ran into a garbage can. Batman.
I haven't heard the whole song. You got all the lyrics, man.
I never forget those old songs we used to sing when I was a kid. Swinging on a rubber band, thought he saw the boogeyman, ran into a garbage can. Batman!
I remember joke songs,
Batman
when I was a kid.
Jingle bells, Batman smells.
That's the one.
Batmobile lost its
Batmobile
wheel, got away.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's just sing A Christmas Carol in July.
Yeah.
It's not a Christmas Carol, it's just...
Batman smells, Robin sell. I don't know. What was it? Batman
Robin laid an egg.
Robin. Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Robin laid an egg.
Robin laid an egg or some shit. Yeah, it was all these funny little songs we had, man. Yeah.
Batmobile popped its wheel and the Joker got away.
That's right.
Classic song, man, from my childhood. Every kid knew that song.
Yeah.
Even Bart Simpson does it, man. I think
Yeah, that's probably where I got it from. The Simpsons.
Jingle
I
bells,
got
Batman
everything
bells.
from the Simpsons.
That's all he says, though. Jingle bells, Batman smells.
Jingle bells.
Why would they say Batman smells? Because it rhymes, motherfucker.
That's right.
Does he smell good? No, not the incantation of it. No, it sounds like Batman smells.
He's got the bat cologne, man.
He's got fucking bat body odor.
The bat roll on. Yeah.
Bat PO.
The Batman roll on.
He's been fucking rolling around in bat guano too much.
Helps with the bat odor. He uses the bat deodorant.
Down in the bat cave.
Spending too much time at Penguin's cave.
It's amazing how fucking many people are into Batman still. I watched a little bit.
You remember the Penguin. The Penguins like
it's become really
his gang, right? His henchmen. Yeah, they dress like sailors, man. Remember?
They become like real psychological thriller movies.
Well, they always dress like sailors, man, with fucking masks on. You know,
there's a lot.
They're like the weirdest looking dudes ever, man.
Like the guy that plays the Joker in the last couple movies, that was a pretty interesting role. That was a whole different take on the Joker. What was that guy that played the Joker?
Heath Ledger.
I think he died, didn't he?
Oh, is that the last one? They haven't made a new one since then, man. Huh?
He played it, man.
I think they made another Batman.
That was like
they made a new one since that.
I think they've made a couple of other Batman films since then. They'd have to.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
That's the one that sticks in my head, man.
He's nothing like the Joker from the TV show. Way more of a psychopath.
Remember, it had that certain school circled on a map in that movie, man. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Before it actually happened.
Huh? What are the odds of that?
Yeah.
That's a long shot there. But it could happen.
I remember showing my sister that, man, after that certain event had happened, and I said, because we were watching it on, I think Foxtel, man, but you know they already had the recorder, the digital set-top box thing, so you could rewind. So we're watching the movie, and I said, this is the part, because I'd already seen it. I said, the part where is coming up soon, where you're going to see SH on a map circled. And I said, this happened. This movie was made before that actually happened. And I showed it to them, and they rewound it and watched it again, and they just didn't care.
There was other places too on there, huh?
What movie was it again?
Dark Knight Rises, man. Dark Knight Rises. Yeah.
Because I only watched one of them. I can't remember, but with the later ones, I didn't really pay much attention to them, so I probably have to rewatch it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'd like if I was to watch it again, I'd see it. I'd definitely see it.
And the main character, man, was Bane. You know, and he wore a mask. You know, like a gas mask all the time. Man.
Yeah, they always do that anyway. Like a lot of these films are all predictive programming anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
So they were planning it out at least that far back into the past, in my opinion. It was at
least 30 years.
They were way before that. They were just giving us some programming at that point.
They've probably been planning it, man, ever since 1918.
That was probably like around 2010 or something, 2012, when that movie came out.
Yeah.
Like
probably
10 years
2010.
ago.
Yeah.
I got that movie. I picked up that DVD for nothing. 2012. Remember that movie 2012?
Yeah, 2012.
I picked it up on DVD for nothing. It was in the bargain bin at some second-hand shop. No one wanted it. Picked it up.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good
Yeah,
buy.
we lived through that, man. But maybe they were telling us, they were really warning us about 2021, man.
Yeah, it's inverted. Look, the numbers are inverted, so you got to
Yeah.
remember that they're inverted too. So they're gonna, trick us. So
Like Rush album was called 2112.
what's
Which
that?
one?
The Rush album was called 2112.
Oh, Rush.
2112. Yeah.
I wonder if that's got to be.
Well, it's like Van Halen. What's that? 5150 album or something. They were a bit I don't know what that means. Gematria, that one.
They also had an album called 1984.
That's police
man.
code. That's a police code for a criminally insane person.
Oh, was it criminally insane?
I'm a 5150 then.
Like if somebody's freaking out and fucking causing all kinds of damage and fucking attacking people.
We got a 5150.
That's a 5150.
We got a 5150 over.
Yeah. It's criminally
breaker.
insane.
We got a 5150 over.
Yeah. They know to send the guys in the fucking white jackets.
The guys with the big white jackets are going to pay you a visit. Going to take you away to a nice padded cell.
That's
that
what my
song? You ever heard that song? They're coming to take me away.
Yeah.
You remember that one? They're coming to take me away, haha. They're coming to take me away, ho ho.
Yep.
Coming to take me away, to the funny farm. But life is wonderful all the time. I can't wait to see those fine young men in their nice sweatcoats, and they're coming to take me away.
That sounds good.
And it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah. Men at Work had a song that was good too, man. Back in the 80s, it was called "Who Can It Be?"
He must have been tripping hard when he wrote that song. Man.
Who can it be knocking at my door? Stay away! Don't you invade my home. I'm just trying to stay here and sleep at night, but I'm very scared and I'm not feeling right. Who can it be now? It's like someone's fucking.
I'm very tired.
It's like paranoid man. He doesn't want to answer the door. Someone's coming to get him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what my uncle said to me the other day. He goes, "Oh, because he thinks the same as me, supposedly, right?" But he was going, "Oh, if you keep acting the way you are," because I was just sending all these stuff into the chat group, right? And just truth bombs and all that. And he goes, "Oh, he messages me. He goes, oh, if you keep acting the way you are, you're going to get mental health on you." I said, "What, you're going to call the cops on me?"
They can try, man. They can, yeah.
Yeah, I said to them, they can try, but they're not going to go past my front door, mate. I've got a private property.
That narrative here, man, that people are insane and they're dangerous to themselves and others.
But this is a so-called truther. This my uncle reckons he still hasn't gotten the what and all that. So
okay, so he's on. You think he'd be on your side, man, a bit? Yeah.
Yeah, but he'd still wear the mask and sign in everywhere. That's he's a halfway there. Like when he went over and visited us last time, we asked him, "Did you have to wear a mask on the plane?" He goes, "Yeah." So he's still into I said, you're just a baby truther. That's all you are. You don't know enough.
Yeah. And
then he goes, I wouldn't be throwing stones in glass houses. I said, mate, you're the one that's throwing stones in glass houses, not me. And I said, just because you're older and you're a well-educated teacher, right? I said, doesn't give you the it doesn't give you the even though you're older and everything, doesn't mean that you're smarter. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you're. Yeah, I said, no one gives authority over me, not even you, not even anyone but myself. So,
the higher educated people are, man, the more highly indoctrinated they are, and the more of a victim. They're more of a victim to society without even realising it, man. Because they've been extra brainwashed,
Yeah, no, I told him. I said, mate, you've been extra brainwashed. He can't even see it. So
because they're all bought into the system. That's why all that time they spend in school and shit and paying.
Yeah, Very hard
Stupid
to
moons and all
very
that
hard
shit.
to wake those people up, man. Very hard.
See, I wouldn't pay to
There they are.
indoctrinate myself
It's like
unless you've
impossible is the word.
unless like I've done automotive trade like last 10 years. I done like it, unless it's a trade, right? Unless I'm going to learn something practical
Put it
from
to
it,
some
right?
practical use. It's not knowledge with
Yeah.
no reason for it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do an arts degree or a something useless, like or a gender studies degree. That's basically an arts degree. It's a gender studies degree. It's fucking stupid, man. And then he bags out me
suitable
for being
degree. That'd be a course, eh?
Yeah, but he's bagging at me because he goes that I'm uneducated. Well, yeah, I am uneducated. I'm not indoctrinated. I'm not indoctrinated, not brainwashed. So
there's a lot of pros to it.
Then he didn't have a comeback. He didn't have a comeback after that. So I said, "Oh, are you going to talk to me or what?" He goes, "No." Nah. So
but
he didn't even reply.
You can't make as much money as he can because you don't have the pedigree.
Yeah, well, money doesn't mean shit, really. When you got none.
But see, that's all that matters to those people, right? They judge everybody by how much money they make and where they live.
They don't even know who they are. They don't even own their own their own self responsibility. Their inner being, man. They've got no control over it. They put labels on themselves. It's like, what do you do? I'm a doctor. Yeah. I'm a lawyer. I'm a this. I'm a that.
Nice
I'm
house.
a teacher.
That's
not who you are, man. That's just what you do. It's not.
They never ask
how well I dress and how well groomed I am.
They never ask, are you moral? The first question that anyone should ask is, are you moral? Do you live a moral life, or
true.
Are you proud of what you do?
That's true.
Are you proud of what you do?
Is there anything you do that you are not proud of?
Do you have any regrets? Do you have any regrets?
If you're causing harm in any shape or form, man, to earn a paycheck, you're doing the wrong thing. So that's all.
Yeah.
And the harm can be psychological, spiritual, physical.
My uncle was a teacher, right?
All different forms of harm, man.
Yeah. Well, my uncle was a teacher, right? And he's apparently got a job at council. But he, with being a teacher, like, he when he taught his students, he taught them the syllabus, right? But then at the end, he goes, "Oh, it's up to you. Do your own research," right? But because the kids are so indoctrinated, you think they're going to go do their own research on the thing? They can't even find, like, Google's taken, censored just about everything, right? YouTube's done the same. Everything's done the same thing, right?
And you're all directed in the same direction, no matter what you look for. You get his mainstream propaganda. That's all you get.
Yeah, you're just going to get mainstream information. So if you're saying to them, go do your own research, you should at the same time say, well, go sign up to Telegram and you'll get information, true information.
Yeah, well, not any, but there's definitely some alternative media sources, man, networks, platforms that where information is freely available, and you can actually find things out that you can't find out on the major ones.
Yeah, but these people, like I even suggested even he look into Mark Passio. He never looked into one video, man. Yeah. And he explains just about everything.
I think people have got to put the time in. You got to, as we know, man, you've got to want to know. You've got to want to learn. If you're not going to put the effort in, you won't find out anything.
You can't be like an ostrich with your head buried in sand.
Yeah, but even for us, it's hard to even seek out more information, or even some of it's even hard for me to read. It's very heavy information. So
I don't want to know, man. It's just too much.
Yeah.
But Mark Pasiak, he has very, very long presentations, man. But you really don't have to watch all of that content to understand the message, man. It's not. It's a very simple message, really. It's just do no harm. Man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what it's all
pretty
about,
simple.
Man. Yep.
Yeah, natural law, do no harm. That's it.
Yep.
And but no one really, or do no harm. Who cares? Like it doesn't matter to them.
It
They
doesn't seem like
justify. Yeah,
doctors
they
care about
justify it
that
for a
these days.
paycheck, man. I'm just following orders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems like what happened a couple years ago in the hospitals. I mean, I'm not saying any specific things, but yeah,
Yes, there's a lot of people with blood on their hands, man. A lot.
pretty bad in my opinion. What happened, and it was pretty fucking dirty the way they did it.
Yeah. But life just kind of continues to go on as normal. Like there's,
Nobody
beautiful day
even
out
questions
here.
it. Nobody questions that.
People are mowing their lawns. Nothing.
Yeah, like
Everything's gone
nothing,
back
like it
to
never
You're still
happened.
seeing people driving around, man. I was on the road yesterday, and there was cars everywhere, man. And petrol's $2.40 a litre, man. It's like, why are all these
They've probably
people
got a pay
driving around,
rise.
man?
They've probably got three jobs and a pay rise, man. 3 jobs for the jab and a pay rise.
I don't know, man. Just people out shopping and shit. You know what I mean? It's like driving around aimlessly, going to Fountain Gate, the shopping centre down the road.
But what they're probably doing, they're probably just putting it all on the credit card. They're putting it all on the magic card and hoping that we're all going to pay the debt off.
Yeah.
We're trillions of dollars in debt.
It will eventually. It will kick in, man. It's going to have an effect of stopping people from travelling because they won't be able to afford to travel anywhere, man. It's coming. I just thought I'd see less cars on the road, on a Saturday, I was surprised.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe like it depends how much you're earning. You're probably in an area where people are earning higher amounts of money than western suburbs. But even here's a bit busy. Even here's busy. Doesn't matter where you are.
We're paying more for rent, man, but it's a majority working class area, man. Where it's no different to where you are, man.
Yeah.
We just pay for more convenience, because you're in. Most people are in suburbs that are close to big shopping centres and transport, and you know what I mean. It's all interconnected.
Yeah. A lot of people from your neck of the woods are coming to either the western suburbs or the northern suburbs because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't know about the northern suburbs, but the western suburbs, I think
West is the cheapest, man. Yeah, West is the cheapest to buy new housing. Yeah.
Or even just to rent.
Yeah, even to rent.
I even had a friend reach out to me from one of the protests. She goes, "Oh, you got a room for rent?" I said, "Oh, not really. It's a small house, but I just pointed it in a direction. I said, just go on flatmates.com, find someone on there because I don't really want to. Like, I don't really know this woman from a bar of soap. I've only met her once, so
it's never easy to live with people, man. Even when you do know them.
Yeah, I know. And it's a small place. Like I've just got a small place. It's my spare room's just full of junk, so I can't be bothered cleaning it up yet. So and you don't know what they're going to be like. They might be, they might not. They might steal from you. They might.
Yeah, man. Fuck, you need your privacy. You need your space, man. Yeah.
And my old man, he rented out a room in his place years ago when he was living in Footscray, and this woman, I don't know, she ended up just stealing his toaster and his kettle and fucking all his shit.
Toasters aren't much, man.
I'm done with trying to rent a room out, man. It's just not worth it.
But he noticed a few things were going missing, and he asked her, and he goes, "Oh, you're the only one here apart from me. All these things have gone missing. The toaster and the kettle went missing. Where are they?" And she had to fess up and say, "Yeah, I hocked it for rent money." So he kicked her out. No more.
Hey, at least you got the money back to pay the rent.
At least the rent got
but he just thought, no, it's not worth it. He was working anyway. He was working full time anyway. So he was in a good job, and he's still in that job today. So what's the point,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you have to make sacrifices, man, and live a more simple life, but as long as you keep your privacy and your sanity by not having to deal with other people's problems in your own personal space, man, better for your sanity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Found out the hard way. It's
Yeah,
nice having someone around to talk to and shit, but on the other hand, it's not fucking.
yeah. You done a bit of work, Eric. You cleaned it up a bit and fixed it up, and then
Yeah,
she
it
wasn't
was a
happy.
bad idea.
Yeah, you did a lot of preparation and paid money out. And
But it's fine. Now I got a nice room tweaked up.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Oh,
all
well, you
bad.
made a home improvement, didn't you? So there you go.
And yeah,
It's not a loss.
Yeah.
and I learned
You've increased the value of your property.
Yeah.
that I don't need a person staying here with me. I don't need a person here to help pay the bills. I can do it myself. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if times were to get really tough, then yeah, maybe. But that's a bit
Yeah.
way down the
You got to
track.
find the right person, man. The chances of that aren't good,
No, everybody that's looking for a place has something fucking wrong with them.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a place to live, they usually got some kind of fucking issues.
Usually, yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
Not always, but
Sometimes good people just need a hand, man.
yeah. Like when I had that kid Miklos was staying here, man, he was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really case by case basis. If you know of them, like if it's a friend or a family or family friend.
I worked with him, so I kind of knew him.
Yeah.
Probably best if you work with them. Like if you know their work ethic, then you know that they're going to be all right. Bunking up together with you.
There's a lot about a person, not everything, but
yeah. But then they could stab you in the back too. You don't know, so
you never know what a person's going to do. People are unpredictable animals.
Man, I've got spare bedrooms here, man. I could definitely use a hand, with the rent. I'm paying, $500 including bills, man, every week. But it'd only be someone I know very well and can trust 100%, man. And I don't know many of them, so.
Yeah. Because we're all scattered too, it's hard too. Like if people were closer, you could probably give them a chop out or a hand.
And that last woman that was there, she had people coming over. I think she was kind of a tramp or whatever. But she had a lot of people coming over all the time, guys and shit. I don't like that, man. I don't care what you do, but I just don't want a bunch of people coming to my house all the time that I don't know.
No, you don't want strange fucking people in your house, man. Of course not. Fuck.
That's another thing I didn't like.
No, that can't happen, man. No.
You just don't know who's coming in and out of your house at all hours of the night.
And it's fucking dudes, man.
That's not good. Yeah, you don't like that. I don't care. It's not like I had any.
And you don't even know. They could be crazy. Like they might
give a shit who she was fucking. I just didn't want to bring them here. I kind of told her that at the beginning.
If you give them a spare set of keys, right? Just say if you give them a spare set of keys or something like that, it's to go in at every time they want. If you tell them to buzz off or kick them out, you got to change the locks, and that costs you as well. That might cost you $300 to change the locks.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. You got to get new sets of keys for yourself. What's the point?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's I'm not struggling just yet, but I'm just getting bored. I'm getting cabin fever. I just want to go out and I went for a walk the other day, and this guy was like demolishing a house. I said, mate, that looks like a fun job. I was talking to the truckie there. He goes, oh, yeah, just get your truck license, man. But I'm thinking, yeah, he makes it sound so easy, but you don't know whether the company wants you to have the you-know-what or, or you might have to do the you-know-what training.
I reckon you should, have you had any real have you had a real good look at what jobs are out there, man? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of work out there at the moment, man. They're screaming.
Yeah, there is, but it's mainly centered on full time work. I don't really want to lose my
okay. You need part time. Yeah.
Yes, but there's not many part time, permanent part time positions out there. So
yeah, that's harder.
Yeah. And even casual jobs, they want you to work full time hours. So it's like, well, I don't know. It's kind of giving up on it.
Put your name down in agencies, man, and just tell them what you want, man, and see what happens.
Yeah, I've spoken to a couple of them, but they're more like I can tell over the phone that they were just really looking for someone that's full time. But
full time is most of them.
We want a full time slave.
Yeah, I'd love
enslavement.
to get back into it. I'd probably get a job like that, but I don't want to. I don't want to lose my benefits if things go tumbling down again. You know, if the
Yeah, man.
mandates come,
Yeah,
and
true.
it's
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. So even they might even mandate it for even us, like for
Yeah.
even people with disability. And I'll probably
No,
just say,
yeah.
nah, stuff you. I'll go back to work, or just
Yeah, I know.
you know.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's going to. Yeah, I can't. You can never say never, man. But I'd assume that would never happen, man. You know,
I
for
just
people with
hope
disabilities,
it's,
because they're the most vulnerable people, man. You know, fuck, you do.
yeah. But it was hard for me to even get on that pension. You know, to have a family member to help me through it. You know, all the paperwork and all that.
It is hard, man. It's fucking. It's nearly impossible to get onto disability.
Yeah. So it's it's just I don't know. I want to be working. I want to but it's it's got to be on my terms. And the thing is, a lot of these employers they want it on their terms. You know.
How about putting the word in with a few mechanics in your local area, man, and seeing if you can get some part time work.
There was a wrecking yard in like a local. There's a local. I've worked with him before, but he can get a bit crazy sometimes. A lot of them are just really stressed, and it's like
Yeah,
they don't really care about you. So,
yeah.
and if you stuff up something, they're not really keen on hiring you. So I'm not really the best mechanic. I kind of just fell into the job, and then when I got my papers, I pretty much left. So I've
Yeah,
been out of the trade for about 10 years. So
yeah. No, you got basic skills, man. You're all good, you know.
yeah. But the thing is, a lot of these big companies, right? If I was to do like just oil and filter changes at Toyota, right? They want you to be full time. They don't really. It's very rare that they offer part time work for mechanics, and they want you to know how. They expect you to know everything. So it's very
What
hard.
about something
You got
like
to.
there's other options as well, man, like brake and clutch and shit like that. You could just maybe get some weekend work or something, you know, cash money or whatever.
I haven't really done clutch. I've probably only done a couple of clutch jobs, and I've only helped out a couple. I got to
Yeah, I'm just
really.
saying most of that work's brakes, man. You know, everyone's doing brakes. You know, that's all you pretty much
Yeah.
do. You know.
Yeah, I've done a few brake jobs before, but yeah, like I don't know, the older style brakes are kind of a bit fiddly, but disc brakes are not too bad. The older style ones, drum
Oh, you're
ones,
talking
are a
about
bit.
drums? Yeah.
Yeah, they still use them, but it's not really prevalent.
Yeah.
But
Oh, shit.
it's a struggle because a lot of these places are just full time. They're not offering part time work.
Yeah.
So, or if it's casual, it's full time casual hours. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No
know. It's
easy
the way
answer for
most.
anything.
Yeah.
Never an easy answer.
Yeah, like there was a guy, yeah, that guy that I was telling you about. He's in a local. He runs a wrecking yard. Look, if I ever get desperate, I'll ask him. But at the moment, I'm all right. But look, if they but the problem is this guy is just by doing I done a search on him and all that on through Facebook and everything, and just by he posted something about the coof and everything like that. He's all for the coof and the what all that. So I don't know whether I'm going in there. So, what if you asked me? Oh, you need the what to work yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like a lot of people here are just brainwashed.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be working with brainwashed people. And if I make a mistake there, he knows a lot of people. This bloke, I know he knows a lot of people, and he knows. I think he's part of the bikies as well, so he knows
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of people. So if my name, he could absolutely tarnish my name around town. So if I was to
Yeah.
make one mistake or
No, I don't.
something,
You don't want to know people that are got connections like that anyway, man. No, better not to.
yeah. A lot of the automotive trade is they're backstabbers. If they know that you're working for someone, they can make you kind of make a mistake, and then
Yeah.
kind of G you up and then tarnish your name. So I've kind of been a bit, once bitten, twice shy, the whole thing.
Hey, I'm sure you'll find something, man. I'm sure you'll find something.
Yeah, no, I'm just, I really, I really want to do something, but it's just, I don't know. It's just this whole thing that's holding me back, Look, I would love to work for that guy, but I think he's a bit stressed out, and I think he was dying of cancer or something. I think he's got cancer at the moment, so he's.
Yeah.
But
that'll stress
he
you out.
put up this. He put up this post on Facebook saying, "Oh, this new, the new what's his name, the actually cures cancer." So he's so brainwashed, man. So I don't know what to do.
He thinks it brings.
What's that? Sorry.
He said he thinks that'll cure cancer.
Yeah, what will cure cancer.
He thinks that.
Yeah. So
he's just a little bit confused.
Just a little.
Yeah, but you can't. If you were to tell him, hey, this is what. If you told him the facts, right, he wouldn't want to listen. He would actually have an argument. He'd probably punch you in the face. That's how bad it is. And it's mainly these cancer was probably caused by drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes, and just living a stressful life, So I don't know.
Yeah, it's the stress that does it, man. Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he's a good bloke. Like he's helped me out a couple of times, even with my own car. But it's different when you know them as a friend and working with them.
Yeah.
It can be a bit different.
Mm.
So I don't
anyway,
know.
man, just keep trying, man. I'm sure you'll find something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks.
On that note, man, good luck with that. Hopefully, you'll find something next week.
No worries.
But yeah, I think
Ozzy.
I'm about done.
Thanks, Eric.
I'm about done for the night.
Thanks, Pieman.
And yeah, man, thank you guys for
being
here.
Chat.
Everybody hanging out. It was a damn good chat tonight, boys.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Right.
Good
See
night.
you next time, man.